Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Open Hearts, the Fridays tabletop RPG campaign. Tonight is episode 83, and if you remember where we left off last session, the party finally completed the ritual that is needed to bring back Verbena. And not a lot happened other than the ritual, but the party did see that once it was completed, that the Arish tree was changed.
Oh.
Its golden leaves had fallen, and in its place, new buds had bloomed into a vibrant green.
I do have a question.
Yes, what is your question?
Is it like how in Lord of the Rings what season Rivendell is depending upon the power of the elves, which is why it's seen as an autumn in Lord of the Rings and in summer in The Hobbit?
I did not think of that, but that is a very interesting perspective,
Okay,
Jade.
I'm
Thank you.
That's my headcanon.
Yeah, more or less, it is just to symbolize that Vera has entered a new era, a little bit. A different era, one that is flourishing with new growth instead of stagnating. So, you know, gestures at you wildly. Think about Elden Ring.
Yes.
Don't think about Elden Ring. Elden Ring, oh Elden Ring. So that's pretty much where we left off, and after that, everybody kind of dispersed. But I just want to give a little rundown for everybody of steps you can take in this these few sessions that we're gonna have between now and the gala, because the gala is coming up, and I'm not going to have, you know, we're not gonna go step by step through every day. That's like a whole 30 days
Yeah.
till the gala. But there is still a decent amount of things that you can do that we can put into a few sessions. So, things that need to be done still. Kalina, your promise to Kane that was made at the beginning of the campaign is still outstanding.
Yeah,
Which ties, yes, which ties in to Farron and Mr. Rainbow, which last you had checked in with them, the Harpy fledgling had been progressing well, and their heart had been growing. So the results of the first live experiment, as far as you know, have been going well. It would be worth it to go check up with them.
Yeah.
And that's like the major things to think about. Of course, there's silly shenanigans that can be done as well that are also fun and important, like getting cupcakes enclosure at the manor setup.
Ooh,
Yay.
Or
Finally going through all the shit in the attic.
yeah, go through all the things in the attic. You know, you can
Ooh, our
talk,
gala outfit.
yeah, talk about your gala outfits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if you guys can think of any other stuff you want to do in like these few sessions in the future, say something. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a weird transitionary period before more plot, more or less.
Yeah.
Alright, so where do you guys want to take it from here?
So like, I honestly don't remember much from the last session that we had.
That's alright.
Yeah, have we seen Verbena yet? Or is it just
No.
the Aria's tree is new? It's different.
Nah, the tree is green and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other gods implied that she is probably in the Arius tree with Zephyrus at the moment, sort of like both rebuilding themselves.
Nice.
Maybe we should go in and check on them.
Knocking on the door. Hey, you decent?
It's like, hey,
You decent.
Hey,
you
sweetie.
decent?
God.
Okay, I'm sorry. If
No,
I
that's
don't
so
want to
real,
walk
though.
In on a 20 and 30 foot tall married couple.
That's so real of you. You decent.
I'm not up for that. Well, thank you.
Verbena. Verbena. Verbena.
Oh, the gods knocking on the door. Mom!
Mom!
Mother.
Mom!
Mom!
Yeah, so
I think it would be a good idea to, like, go down there and,
Mhm.
go back inside the tree.
yeah. But of course, remember
Double
that
check the whole thing.
there is the ever-looming threat of Vera on the ground not being entirely safe for y'all now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So y'all need to be on high alert.
Yeah. Gotta sneak around.
We also have to eventually figure out what the fuck we're gonna do with the space guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are the guards still up? Are the doors locked still, essentially, is what I'm asking.
To the Starlight Realm, yes, but if you talk to, the gods, they might be able to assist you.
Actually devastating.
Spark, go talk to your daddy.
Go talk to
Is gonna go talk to their dad and be like, "Can you let me out, please, please?"
Like
Dad,
father
I wanna go outside.
scratching at the door like a cat.
I
Father,
wanna go home
please.
now.
Father,
I wanna
please.
go home.
Don't ask me why I want to go outside. I just want to go out. I want to leave.
I wanna go. No, you're grounded.
I need enrichment.
No!
Father, I need enrichment.
Is where
Father, I have to go touch grass.
Yeah. So currently, Hoth is milling about and sort of like helping out people acclimate, and he's the eldest sibling, so he's taking on more of a responsibility role right now. He sort of like took the stuff from Kane and is like, "All right, buddy, sit down."
Sit down, you look exhausted.
Yeah. So he's just, doing random shit around the city helping out. He's a very friendly
Okay.
guy and he loves helping out.
Jack Black.
When he has a minute, Spark's gonna go up to him and be like, "Hey, Hoth."
He notices you and like sort of kneels down and says, "Hey champ, what's up?"
They momentarily have the biggest eyes. They visibly have to shake their head and then go, "Okay, can you let me out? Can I get out of the Starlit Realm, please?"
Please.
He sort of like makes a little concerned face and he says, "I hope you're not planning on going by yourself. I mean, we don't know about that thing that's apparently trying to track you guys. I don't want you to get hurt." And then he kind of like pats you on the top of your head. Squeaky sound.
Can Spark say that they're going with somebody, but it's a lie? So can I roll deception?
Yes. Yes.
I
Give me a
wouldn't be
second.
surprised.
D&D
if,
Beyond
like,
shitting itself.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hoth is just like, oh, I could get someone to go. Yeah, it's like, oh, the more the merrier. Come on, and they'll like call.
I'll go
someone over.
with.
I'll go with you.
No, they would be
imagine a
so
pod goes
upset.
with.
Yeah, just like, oh, I could go with you, kiddo. More the merrier, right?
That's a 10. They are so gonna get caught.
So I'm
devastating.
He sort of makes like a little face. It's like scrunches up his mouth and does a "oh, you know you're lying" kind of face. And he says, "Come on now, there's no reason to lie, bud. I'm not gonna get mad at you or anything. I just want you to be honest."
He is dead.
Oh my god, sorry.
Is the good father figure too much for you?
I think it's too much for all of us.
Is everybody okay?
Is
I'm having the best time ever. Are you kidding me? I'm just like, yes!
The group chat does hear Spark essentially go, ah!
Kalina hears this and sends back a,
You good?
Spock, are you okay?
Huh, this too nice to me.
Well, of course he's nice to you. You're his child.
They're
You're
trying
so
to think about
close.
how to word this. Because what they want to go do is try to find the Chimera again. So,
Oh my god.
You fuck.
You idiot!
No.
You fool.
Sir, gender neutral.
Oh boy.
shit. I'm just trying to think of a reasonable lie that they would actually say, other than, like, there's somebody that I want to go check on. Sorry, I'm thinking really hard right now. Azaya, do you have any suggestions? I know you're watching.
You just see the buffering wheel above Spark's head. Like,
I can hear the.
yeah, the gears are turning in there.
Sounds like a tea
One
kettle
of,
up there.
one of Jade's I just realized what you sent in the chat, Jade. Get fathered, idiot.
Get fathered, idiot.
Okay, so they kind of just, they're just like, I guess I'll go with what they, they say that they can't really explain because he would get mad.
Oh my god.
But it's really important.
Aw.
He sort of like frowns a little bit and then just lets it pass, and then he says, "Can I at least ask who you're going with?"
They kind of just shrug. And then they also kind of add, I don't think I'm important enough to really be a target anyway.
Oh.
Buddy.
He makes a face like he wants to like say a lot right now, but he knows it's not gonna do anything, and he's like, "Whether you think that or not, I still don't want anything to happen to you." And then he puts his hands on your shoulders and he says, "Please take at least 2 people with you."
Damn it. Fuck, damn it.
Does Spark actually say that?
Internally.
You just hear that in the group chat?
And they go, okay, fine. I'll go see if there's anybody that'll go with me.
It's like, okay, fine. Fine, Dad.
Fine, Dad. Fuck you for caring about me and wishing for my well-being.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
No, it's
perfect.
fun.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's great.
He says, "All right, go find your people that are gonna be going on your little adventure with you. Bring them back here, and then I'll give you guys a teleportation room."
Okay.
He smiles and then like gives you like a little kiss on your head, before patting you and standing back up, and he says, "All right, I love you."
Oh my god.
They are trying so hard not to cry.
Will they need to roll for that? That's the question. Would that be like a constitution save?
I don't know. Would it be?
Or would that
I
be a
don't
wisdom
know.
save? Or
Yeah.
perhaps charisma.
Fuck, con save? You're telling me to con save? Alright.
I have, just do something.
Just roll a d20, see how that goes.
Roll something.
No bonuses or anything.
Just
Just
roll.
roll a plain d20. Got
Yeah.
Roll down
got
the
it.
hill.
The
If
good
you
one.
land face up, we'll find
Hey
out.
guys, I got a 7.
Aww.
Oh no.
You do tear up a little bit.
Oh, buddy.
They're getting used to the whole biological parent that actually cares about them thing.
Cry.
And also people caring about them in general.
Yep.
Sub.
They give Hoth a hug.
Hoth hug them back. You hear like a coughing from somewhere behind-ish, and there's like a person that's waiting that like
Oh, sorry. Just, talking to my dad. but they leave Hoth alone.
yeah. Hoth kind of like looks apologetically and he's just like, sorry. I have a lot of work to do. I wish I could spend more time.
They're like, no, it's fine. And then they turn to the person that coughed and then just sticks their tongue out at him. And then as they walk by, they're like, oh yeah, that's my dad. I met him like 2 days ago. Haha. And then walk off.
Oh boy.
They're just like, you know what, I could get used to this.
No, they wanted the person to feel bad.
Oh.
Be like, you're interrupting somebody having a moment with their parent, you jackass.
We're
Dumbass.
having a moment here.
Trying to have an emotional moment here.
Okay, where's Kalina?
Where is Kalina?
Kalina is probably with her family. Cause like, new baby. She is auntie now. She also is catching up with her family and essentially informing them about
Gossiping.
most of, if not all of the events that have happened. I would not be surprised if she brings up just like, oh yeah, remember Tobias?
He's
Yes,
dead.
of course we do. He's dead.
He's dead.
Nick would definitely be like,
He
"Good
died."
fucking riddance.
Fucking finally.
Like, he's like sitting on like a couch or whatnot, and then he hears that and he just stands up like, fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Vague cheering in the background.
About fucking
Yay!
time.
About fucking time!
So, Spark walks up to Kalina and is like, Kalina. Hey,
It's like, oh, hey Spock.
I need to get out of here. I need enrichment. Dad said I needed to take 2 people.
You want to go out? Why?
I crave the mines. Which would be a lie, so I should probably roll deception.
I crave the mind.
Yeah, roll deception.
The children yearn
Wait, so
for the
Rest of
mines.
Kalina's family like around.
Yeah.
There's like, there's Nick, there's Rowan, Grace, and Gwen. So and baby.
And baby. You still have to decide.
Okay, I got
on
an
it.
18.
Alright, so you fully believe that the children yearn for the mines.
Okay. Kalina, she how did the rest of her family react to the sudden entrance of a clown?
Confusion and then comedy. Pure comedy. Just like, haha, hell yeah, children yearn for the mines.
I feel like Nick would especially like Spark.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I like this one.
And Spark's like, hey, after the trip, I can totally do some clowning around if you want, Nick. Like, just an offer for mini clown performance.
Oh my gosh. Entertain the baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they're gonna.
I mean, then
entertain
again, the
newborn
baby is
baby.
like maybe like a few days old.
Babies are their best audience. They laugh at everything. Now they're gonna go over to Tagok now.
Yes.
Bring the brains and the brawn.
Heyo.
Yeah. Where's Tagok at?
I feel like she's probably just wandering.
With Bao.
Yeah,
Taking Bao on a walk.
taking Bao for a walk, but not like on a leash because who fucking cares? Lizard.
Also, the reason why I'm not asking Anastas is because he would just say no regardless. And I think Colbert is still probably mad at Spark.
Not necessarily mad, but more just worried.
Distraught.
Well, you're gonna
Yeah.
be really fucking worried again, Colbert.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Tagok. I wish to leave. I yearn for the mines, and Father told me I need to take 2 people. Do I once again need to roll deception?
Yes. Go for it.
It's funny. So yes.
It
That's
is
a
funny.
fucking 10. That's a 10. No.
Oh no.
Well, I mean,
Kalena's gonna
What
be
kind
okay.
of,
10 goes either
whatever
way.
the fuck we're taking on. That's a wisdom.
What if Kalina rolls an insight check against that?
Yeah, you would have to because you're there, and Spark is bluffing and lying, so you'd have to roll
Okay.
insight.
Yeah. Insight. Oh, that's a +7. Okay. Well,
Yeah, so unless you roll like a 1, you're gonna beat it.
yeah, that's a total of 25. So.
Yeah, you do.
Oh damn.
Fuck, bro. Fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
You fucking
You
read
can't
you.
get past her.
She read you.
Yeah. So, hearing it the second time, Kalina, you're not so sure.
Yeah, Kalina, she's just like, fuck.
Yes.
What do you
Sorry?
really want to leave?
The mines, bro. I need enrichment. I need to get out of here.
Kalina just gives a look like, really? She doesn't say anything, but. Kalina, she just says, I know that's not the reason, Spark.
I got a fucked up thing that I can say. Oh, I got a fucked up thing I can say. And I'm gonna. Can I do a second lie? That is, although they dislike Annalise, they still want to check up on her.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh god.
Tagok would definitely go.
Yeah.
Check up on her.
Yeah.
And air
Mhm.
quotes.
Check up on her.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go and meet up with her somewhere on a nice high up area. Maybe without railing.
Cliffside. Yeah. So,
That is a 21.
Area that doesn't
Okay.
follow OSHA compliance.
OSHA compliance.
So you can.
You guys believe
guess-
them.
Kalina could still roll an insight if she wants.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do want to roll insight, because.
I don't know if Eris wants that, but I'm just saying I don't give a shit if you roll insight because it's
Yeah.
funny to me. You roll like a 22, and I think I'll actually shit my pants.
I'm not
That
bothering
was a
because
22, actually. I got a base 15 and +7.
Eris, are you
God.
seeing this shit?
God damn.
Apollo and the gift of prophecy.
Not today.
22. I do not believe you either. I don't believe you on that one.
Tagog does believe you, but also she doesn't care because you said you want to go find Annalise and she is going to be there for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kalina, she just looks at Spark and just says, I don't believe you do either.
Sorry.
At the very least, yes, I know that's not the reason why you want to leave. And Kalina, she's silent for a moment and says, does it have to do anything with the Chimera?
No.
Roll insight.
I'm gonna roll deception. 19.
Tega kind of like stands next to Kalina because she fully
Nat
believes
20.
because Tegok fully believes the lie of wanting to go find Annalise. And so she's just like, hey, shouldn't we go check up on them?
Please
I
tell
think it would be good if Spark had some friends there. Just a kind of, I want to go find Annalise.
Kalina, I crave violence.
Kalina, I crave violence.
Madam
violence.
Kalina, I crave violence.
Kalina, I crave violence against someone who is actually evil and not just someone who is villainized.
Oh my god.
It's
yeah,
me, I'm the true villain.
But yeah, Kalina sees right through Spark's lie, right?
Yeah, I got a total of 19. Yeah, you fucking stupid shit. God damn it.
This is what Kalina gets for having intelligence as her highest stat.
Yeah, intelligence and I think yeah, hold on. What is deception or insight?
Charisma?
Insight is wisdom. Yeah, insight is wisdom.
Yeah.
And she has a decently high wisdom, and like she also is proficient in insight.
Deception is charisma based.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, but yeah, Kalina, she just sees this and like sees Spark. She could tell, and just sighs. Says, Spark, going after that thing, it's not going to do any good. Not right now. I know you want to go after it for some reason, but it's not going to work. Not right now. And besides, even if I did say yes, I would not let you go alone. Not the three of us, anyway. We need much more than just us.
I mean, to be honest, the plan was to just get out and then teleport or something. Because they have that spell.
Damn.
As a friend, fuck you. As a player, respect.
Respect. But yeah, Kalina says, if we are going to be going out, we're not actively looking for anything dangerous. Alright?
They just kind of like look at you and they're just like, they don't know how to explain it, but they're just like, but I gotta. They
Why?
feel obligated.
Why do you feel obligated? Is there like any benches nearby?
I imagine that
Like
there
any place
is.
to sit down? Yeah, Kalina just kind of slowly brings Spark over to like, like someplace to sit down
They kind
while
of
we
don't
talk.
do. And then they said, yo, Nick, you want the clown, right? You want me to do some stupid shit?
Wait, is the
Nick actually isn't there anymore. Y'all had gone off to find
Yeah.
Tagok, so
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
I thought Takeoff was nearby.
she was just
No,
wandering
no.
about.
I'm
Y'all had to find her.
yeah.
Real Takeoff!
She did not perceive any threats in the city, so she kind of just left Kalina to do her own fucking
Yeah.
thing and walk the dog.
Yeah.
The
I
dog
thought
being
you were
Bao.
still inside the building. I'm totally misunderstood.
You're
It's
good,
okay.
you're good.
Little fucking stupid.
You've had a long day. It's okay.
I actually really didn't.
Yeah, but you're
Well, also,
tired
you, like,
from
just woke
interacting
up,
with
so-
kids.
They still kind of just go, "But what to sit?"
What?
They do not wish to sit. They do not wish to talk about their feelings.
Kalina just
Pick out core.
just sighs and says, "If you don't want to talk, don't talk. But we will talk about this soon. All right? And if we are going out to the city, we are not going after anything dangerous. No chimeras, no fights, nothing."
Tegak visibly. Aw.
Aww.
Damn.
They go, you can only make me talk about it if you catch me, and then they run off.
Kalina just sighs and looks at Tagok and says, "Should we bring this up with their father?"
Oh boy.
Oh, you're gonna fucking tell on them?
No, like not like anything that like where Hoth would like try to confront them, but just more like, "Hey,
We're worried about
we're
your
a bit
kids.
we're a bit concerned."
Tigok just... She just kind of shrugs and says, that's their problem.
Kalina just
She don't know
Sigh.
about dad stuff.
Kalina just sighs and says, I know, just they worry me a whole lot."
You're not hard to worry.
Oh, ha ha. But at the very least, I don't believe that they'll get out of the city.
No.
I do think I will tell Hoth, though. Not all the details, just enough to where he might reconsider giving out the teleportation rune.
Well, you have fun with that.
Tegak picks up her dog, leaves.
And Kalina, she actually says, just like, wait, hold on a minute. And she actually, like, she wants to try something. She's gonna, like, make a gem for Bao to eat.
Yes.
Let's go.
Ethically sourced.
What was that?
Ethically sourced.
Ethically sourced!
Ethically sourced.
But yeah, do I need to roll for that since I haven't done it before? Like, made, like, a specific, like, gemstone?
Yeah. I guess just
Okay.
roll Arcana.
Okay. What is my Arcana bonus? Okay, that's a plus 10, so I should be okay. Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
God damn.
Blame the high bonuses, man!
Alright, so what gem are you trying to create?
How about a ruby?
Alright. So you are able to create a fairly sizable ruby. It's not exactly like a super shiny faceted,
Yeah.
like polished. It's just sort of like a little rough.
Yeah, but it's still a ruby.
but it's still a ruby.
And not Tegak, sorry. Kalina, she holds out the gem for Bao to eat. So says, "Here you go."
Bao stretches out her neck and sort of flicks her tongue over it, and then she like opens her mouth and like tilts her head to try to like snatch it off your hand without biting you.
Yeah. Kalina just holds very still. She is not afraid.
Yeah. Bao is able to get it off of your hand without biting you.
Yay!
And
Yay.
she then crunches it. You hear the crunching.
Yay!
You know, now I would not be surprised if Bao will just go up to Kalina asking for treats.
Probably.
Begging.
Stares up at Kalina, paws at her foot.
You are now source. You are now food source.
I'm just imagining that during dinner. Like, Bao doesn't want any of the dinner. She wants gemstones.
Spoiled ass dog.
Spoiled dog.
But she's my spoiled dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, Kalina just smiles and then lets Tegak and Bao go on their way.
Woo!
Walk the dog.
Walk.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No, you cannot pet that dog.
That is not a dog, sweetie.
So, Spark, where have you run off to, buddy?
Yeah, where have they gone?
Just in a direction, I guess. Like, they didn't really think about it.
Run from my problem, school.
You're just wandering around the city now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you could, of course, try to find a way out on your own.
Shit, I could. Is that investigation or perception?
I would say investigation.
Hehehe.
You're gonna have to.
Hey, that's a
take
+2. I'm just laughing because what if they do really well on this roll?
Yeah.
That's a nat 1.
Bestie,
Yeah, real well.
I'm
You-
so good at this.
you don't find anything that will allow you to escape. Yeah.
Who
So sorry,
fucking-
buddy. So sorry, pal.
They're just-
RNG just really said no.
Yeah, just like, you are not getting out of this place.
Nah.
Set up really good fortifications because he knows. They're slimy little shit when they want to be.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Just
You're
gonna
grounded, mister.
You're grounded.
You're grounded, bud. In the sky, but still grounded.
Grounded in the sky.
What's Anastasia's up to?
Yeah, what's everyone else doing?
Part of me, like, part of me wants Anastasia just to like be out on the town grabbing like parts and scrap metal and shit like that. Part of me, he just wants Anastasia to be like back at like the manor doing whatever. But also bump into. I don't know what on it. Like all I know is that Anastasius is just wondering, what's next for us, like as a group?
He's pondering.
What do we do now?
The boy is pondering.
But, but Anastasius, if you want to have a universe thing, he is available.
He's doing a big thing. A big ponder.
Big ponder.
Big think.
Where's Freya?
I imagine that
Eating
Freya
flowers.
Freya is been bouncing back and forth between all the members of the group, hanging out with them occasionally.
Cool.
And at the moment, Freya is bothering the twin boys, our twin snakes.
Good for them.
Good for them indeed.
Wait, Snake Boys? Like,
Yes,
Chatu and Yoka.
yes.
Yeah.
Shit, you thought Cain and Abelet? Is that what you thought?
I
I
heard
mean, you never
twins.
know.
I heard twins. Snake twins. And I'm just like, but Chatu and Yoka aren't twins.
The brothers.
Yeah. Snake Bros.
Now they're triplets.
True, yes. Cain and Abelet are no longer just twins, they're triplets. With,
That whole
Astraeus.
situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna go into Aurelius, and I'm gonna see if there's anywhere where I could buy a tank.
Tank. What? How big of a tank you think it?
Oh no.
Oh, I had to think for a second that he meant
I
tank
thought
as
you
in
were-
container and not tank as in the military
I
weapon.
was about to say, that's what I thought of too.
Just buy a bulldozer and a lot of sheet metal. That's how you get a tank.
Yeah, very carefully. And also a gun.
A big gun.
A big gun.
Alright, I don't know. You know how big it needs to be.
Yeah.
This is what I thought.
Get out of the tank
Yes!
right now.
You're not my dad. I am your dad. Get out of the tank. No.
Oh, get out of the tank.
No. You're not my dad. I am your dad. Get out of the tank. No.
Yeah.
Yes, get out of the damn tank.
So
You know how big it needs
Yeah.
to be, arrows.
So you're searching around. Of course, you do check the pet store because, yeah, they don't seem to have anything quite big enough in stock. But they do recommend that you go to, like, the Architects Guild, and maybe you can commission them to build one for you of the size you need.
I'm gonna go there.
Yeah. So you head over to the Architects Guild and tell them, you know, your specifications and stuff, and I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I kind of walk in and say, I don't know the dimensions I actually need, so Hopper has a piece of paper with the dimensions that they need,
Yeah.
and goes to the architect's build and the spot and see if you can find someone to talk to.
Yeah. There's a couple people milling about, and you find one that, you know, sees you and is like, hey, bud, what you need? And,
Hey, I need a tank.
alright. I'm guessing you've already checked the pet store, and they didn't have anything
Yeah.
big enough for you, so they sent you here.
Yeah. and I hand him a piece of paper. It's like, this is what I need, and I don't know if it doesn't need to be connected to any of the pipes in our building because I could just create water. But I think it'll be nice if it does, so we could drain it without me being there.
All right.
And also probably just circulation.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So, what exactly are you housing?
A friend.
Okay.
Friend.
So, okay. The reason why I'm kind of scooting around it is because I wanted to be a surprise for the people here in the Discord.
Yeah. But he kind of catches on. Especially since
Okay.
you are also fish. He's like, all right, I see you.
But he will
Do what you
explain
can,
a little
man.
bit. But I will not explain. But Colbert will explain a little bit.
Colbert explains,
Yes.
the situation, and he's like, all right, I gotcha. And then he's like, I guess just show me the room that you kind of need it set up in, and then I can get the team on it, and we can set up more or less just a giant glass tub with a more sophisticated draining system.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be best.
Maybe some a pH filter. And he sort of like scratches his head. He's over engineering everything, as they do,
Real
It's a fun project.
As engineers do.
as engineers do.
firm.
It's a fun project. That's what is fun. What's fun about it? Would it be best to do it in the bathroom? Bathroom, yeah. I'm gonna show him the bathroom.
Yeah.
But before that, I want to make sure Anastasius is not in the manor.
All right. Anastasius,
Where's
are you in the
Anastasius?
manor?
Just in his room.
Okay. Where's Freya?
Eating flowers somewhere.
Freya is with Nyoka and Chatu in the Starlight Realm, like in the city.
All right. So.
But you can give them a
So
call if you will.
that is true. When is the engineer guy gonna come to the manor? They're gonna come right now, or does he need to do something then come?
He told you to give him about 30 minutes. And then he'll follow you to wherever the project is. And like,
Yeah.
Take measurements and stuff and then come back with the team.
Why do you have to have such a long name? Okay. I sent a group chat
Out of the
message
Manny.
to Freya, and only Freya. Say, hey Freya, can you get Anastasius out of the Manny?
Manny. Yeah. Freya understands.
Manor in 30 minutes.
You-
Yeah.
You're
How is it possible that Freya is doing, typos in their brain? So special.
because they're amazing and magical.
So, yeah. Anastasius, you're in your room and you hear thundering of little paws.
Oh,
And then the door kind of like bangs open, and Freya is just like crouching in the doorway, like.
I'm starting. Yes, he just like he kind of goes and then
The
just
whip
does
around.
it, and then just does one of like one of these and it says, you know it's rude to not knock, right?
Oh,
Forbidden?
sorry. And then Freya like sort of like skitters up to you and is like, okay, so somebody said that they're gonna be doing some construction work in the manor and that everybody needs to leave.
Anastasia suggested they says, do we know what type of construction?
I'm pretty sure that it's Cupcake's tank and that they don't want anybody around with what did the guy say? Fiberglass. Acrylibit? Particle, dust. Dust in air, bad for lung. We gotta go.
Anastasia,
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass. Or Acrylic.
Glass.
Anyways,
Anastasia just says, well, good to know. I'll just, and like he kind of just like heartily, for lack of a better term, polymorphs his like aims to like stretch out his hands in a like tentacle form to grab some like tinker stuff to go. And obviously, part of this is a protection.
Bringing his little toys.
And
also that is such a
Anastasia and then Anastasia says, "All right, I think I'm ready." And then he like after standing up, he does like very stereotypical pat it down before going.
Oh.
Freya's like, okie dokie, come on. And then scampers
And
off.
then
I love them.
Anastasia follows.
Yeah.
Before getting like detoured somewhere in the manor to go down to the scrap yard or like scrap metals before leaving.
Yeah.
Anastasius and Freya are gonna have a fun time doing random stuff. It's gonna be great.
Field trip.
Yeah.
Field
Field
trip.
So, Freya said in group chat. Got him gone. Got him gone. That is the message you received, Colbert.
Wonderful.
Is this a DM? I'm guessing.
Yeah, DM.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Good one if it
gotcha.
wasn't though.
The got him gone is not a DM. Everything else is.
Yeah, so just no
would be
context.
funny.
Got him gone.
No context, just that.
Pegg just goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Not applicable.
Alright. Time to get the engineer in the bathroom. That's nonsense.
You bastard! You know, part of me wishes that like stream can like see the brain group chat and just see what the hell is going on.
Oh, that was.
Think
Maybe one day.
There's a way to do it. That would be awesome.
It would be very
It's like,
fun.
just like you assassinated someone without me.
Without me?
He's dead.
No one is dead.
I love Fergus so much.
Yeah, so Culver, you get in there with the crew. And it turns out Freya was not lying. Today is the day that the vet team is like the pet shop team is coming to install Cupcake's tank. So you basically meet up with their crew as you're bringing the engineer to the manor.
Damn.
And they're like, oh hey.
Does Colbert get warned about the fiberglass? Or whatever the fuck it is?
Oh, his little gills.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The glass.
So, sorry,
What?
I'm pretty sure that part was the lie because tank installs don't have much to do with fiberglass
Yeah.
installation. Fiberglass is installation for walls.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're good.
Freya was just being a little stupid. They said fiberglass and then they said acrylic. So it is acrylic glass dust.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it makes sense. Acrylic is
Yeah.
what is typically used.
I mean, the same tank just being moved, you also don't have to really worry about that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry. I'm
So-
being autism.
Cupcake's tank doesn't need like a lot of stuff. They're just like they have most of the tank pre-fit and then they're like cutting some pieces to like snug fit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the engineer team is going to be bringing just big sheets of acrylic glass and cutting them and fitting them on site. They're a little bit crazy
Have you
like
guys
that.
ever watched the show Tanked?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm fucking thinking of.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm thinking, because I've seen this on Take before a bunch of times, but like, it's part of the wall. They cut the wall that's like thicker, and you can see Cupcake from either side of the wall.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. Anyways, bathroom.
Bathroom. So the Cupcake team go do their thing. So you lead the engineer to Anastasia's bathroom.
Yeah.
And basically and he ends up like saying that they're gonna do is that they're going to sort of shift the tub over and then like build the tank and like split the pipes basically so that you can use like the same water pipe for both, but the pipe that
Yeah.
goes into the tank is going to have like a pH filter on it.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So they basically tell you all the stuff they're gonna do and yada yada yada. And that since it's pretty big, they're probably gonna have to get some like a little step up thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, that's gonna be pretty cheap, so no need to worry about that. And in the end, he basically tells you that it's gonna be about like 75G.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
it's
can
sick
afford that.
deal. Damn. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
He tells you that they work for pretty cheap since they don't actually have to pay for any of the materials. They work like for Ceruleus. The guild is like funded by Ceruleus,
That is
and it's like a
honestly really
program that helps
Dope.
people,
That's really cool.
and it's kind of like
Yeah.
volunteer based. So
2, 3, 4, 5,
They-
5, 7, 5.
yeah.
So I'm doing calculations. 18 in each. Yeah, I could definitely afford that.
Hell yeah.
Probably gonna say, give me a minute and I'll get you the money for that.
All right, awesome. He's like, I trust that you're gonna get it to me. After it's done, you can just pay. So.
Oh.
He tells you that it shouldn't take too terribly long. It should definitely be done by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
sooner.
Okay, that's wow. That's great.
Yeah.
57.
You know, it's volunteers that aren't chronically overworked, so, and they have like a decent amount of people on the team, so,
Yeah.
They're having time.
As it should be.
wonderful work practices, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, so,
Okay. I took out 75 gold out of my pockets. So in my my inventory has 75 less gold.
okay.
And Kobar either can pay them now or pay them after. It doesn't matter. It's gone
Yeah.
out of my thing.
Okay. Yeah. So, would anybody like to switch to their point of view?
I do know that I want Kalina to do at least one thing, like mostly like talk to Hoth, like, hey,
Yeah.
so your kid. I'm cool with doing it whenever, though, if anyone else wants to
Yeah.
do something.
Anybody else?
I'm not really sure what I would do except just wander,
True.
have lizard.
Calming lizard time.
Yeah. She's not exactly a storyable character.
She does well when there's plot to be had, but she doesn't make her own plot.
Nah, she don't make plot. She just fight
Honestly, real girl.
and look grumpy.
Grumpy.
Yeah.
You love her.
We love Tagok.
Yeah.
I love her so.
Haha. The cow
She's
gets
my, she's my old lady affectionate.
What was
Sorry.
that, Ben?
cow started eating an electric wire.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no!
Oh no! Dolly, no.
Yeah, I guess to Kalina's point of view then?
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Kalina, she's, right now she's looking for Hoth. Which hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to
Yeah.
spot him.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy, and
Yeah.
he has a lot of bright colors,
Yeah.
and you can kind of smell grapes wherever he
I was
is.
about to say, like,
He smells like grape,
grape,
not the horse.
Grape.
grape, grape,
Grape.
grape.
Yeah.
Grape.
Great.
So you do find Hoth fairly easily, and you know he's doing some like technical work, talking with people and stuff. Mostly, he is dealing with the ship crew,
Ah.
Verbina's ship crew.
Yeah.
And you find out in passing that the shield is actually a product, like, of the ship.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dope.
the ship is powerful enough that they are able to divert the ship's shield to it, like, encapsulate the planet.
That is dope. That is freaking dope.
And it's not gonna protect from, like, gigantic attacks, but it protects enough for what they need it
Yeah.
to.
Exactly. Well, that's good. That's
Yay.
good.
So, yeah, he notices you and he says, "Oh, hello, Kalina. Do you need anything?"
I just wanted to speak with you for a moment.
Right. And then he he like quickly finishes up saying what he needs to say to the crew member, and then they leave and he's like, "All right, what is it you need, Kalina?"
Well, I'm just a bit concerned about Spark, specifically them wanting to leave. I do know. Wait, this is out of character, but did Spark say to Hoth, like I yearn for the mines?
No.
Okay.
Kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
They said that at first, and then Hoth was like, no.
Yeah.
Hoth kind of
But
saw
yeah.
through them pretty easily.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina just says, I'm concerned that they are trying to leave for not good reasons. More specifically to go after something. Dangerous situation, trying to get into a fight for some reason. I don't know what's going through their head right now, just
He sighs.
She's trying to
a little
word it
bit.
without, because like she didn't want to like give away all the details. Like she doesn't want to do that,
Yeah.
but she's having a hard time explaining it without all the details.
Yeah. He sighs.
Autism.
And it's just like, well, I was a little worried about them too, but I had hoped that they would be honest with me after I had first noticed that they were not telling the full truth.
Of course.
He does look like a little bit like sad.
Yeah.
She's like, they lied to me again. Cry.
You lied to me. I'm not mad.
What was the
I'm
first
just-
time? Wait, what?
So like,
I forgot.
you weren't entirely being truthful with him at first, and then he's like, come on now, tell me the truth. And then you were still like, you know, not being fully honest
So
with
kind
him.
of fibbing.
Well,
Yeah.
no. They said they lied at first, and then they just said that they can't tell him. That's what they said.
Yeah. He's still like, you know, upset that you're trying to go out and get yourself hurt and not telling him about it. Because he carry you.
Okay. Sorry. I was just like, what the fuck?
Worried father. Worried father.
Worried father.
Father is worried. But he's just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, Kalina just sighs and just says, I just don't want them to go out of the city alone, or any of us, really, especially given the whole situation.
Right. Well, they shouldn't be able to if they can't find anybody who's willing to go with them. with
say.
such,
I doubt
you know,
anyone is really.
vagueness. That's why I said that I wanted at least 2 people to go with them.
Well, that's good. That was a good play on your part.
He nods a little. He's like, they shouldn't be able to get out without a teleportation rune anyways, so...
Well, that's good.
And then he just sort of like throws his hands up and he's like, it's not like they have the ability or knowledge to bypass the ship's shield system. They've never even seen the ship. Well, been on it.
Yes. Though I do know that they can be very slippery. They know how to sneak past many things, especially security.
Hee
I don't doubt
That's
that,
what
but
worries me.
I don't doubt that, but this system is far more sophisticated and complex than anything that any of you have ever seen. I can guarantee that. I hardly understand it myself, because it's, well, not of my era or time.
Of course.
That's
Can
why
we see the ship right now? Can Kalina see the ship?
you can, like, vaguely see the little silhouette of it,
Okay.
orbiting.
I forgot it was still orbiting. I forgore.
Before board.
Yeah. Yeah, Kalina, she then is just kind of thinking for a bit. And, eventually she, says, well, if they do want to go out, yeah, she's kind of like muttering to herself. Within idea, TM. She thinking, she thonking. Doing a big think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then she says, do you think it would be wise or safe enough to check on, well, Vabina and Zephyrus? If they really do want to get out.
I don't know. As you remember, the residents of the city previously were, well, you know what they were like, what had happened
yes,
to them.
Of course.
We currently have no idea what's going on down there.
I see.
And then, he says, I can, however, send a sentry down there and see if it can get close enough and send word back to you.
That might actually work, yes. Thank you.
And then he says, or I can even give you the receptor. And then, he sort of, like,
Kalina blinks a bit, just like, huh?
flicks his hand, and then, like, basically, it looks like a mirror. Like a handheld mirror that's fairly large. And, it's adorned in sort of, like, iconography that makes it very clear that it belongs to Hoth.
Yeah.
And
Grapevines and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
he sort of like makes some like he touches it on the back and like
Mhm.
basically draws some symbols with his finger into like the back of it, and then like presses it and it makes a little sound, and then he hands it to you and he says, right, the sentry should be headed to the tree right now. It will take some time for it to get there. They're not exactly fast things, but once at the location, it will turn on its visual receptors, and then you'll be able to see what's going on down there.
All right. That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. Just then, you see another group of crew members come up, and they have like a bunch of like paperwork and tablets and stuff,
Yeah.
and like, you know, reports and things,
Yeah.
and they're just waiting patiently.
Yeah. Kalita, she says, "Well, I suppose I'll leave you to your work. Just don't overwork yourself. All right?"
Ah, I won't. I hardly do any work anyways as it is. I need to catch up.
All right. I'll be seeing you.
Right. And then he like waves to you and smiles. Then
Kalina waves back and, takes her leave. And she does send a message in the group chat saying, just explaining the whole thing that she got. So just like, so I was talking with Hoth, and he's gonna be sending a he's gonna be sending a sentry down to explore. What's the capital city again? What's its name?
Ciptria.
Ciptria, yeah. Yeah, to explore Ciptria. He gave me a receptor so we can view what's going on once it arrives to the city. If y'all want to watch, I'll be at this location right here. Probably like where her family's staying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be here. So yeah. Probably word it a lot more eloquently. Because, ladies and gentlemen, and those who know better, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
Mood.
Alright, so peoples. Guys.
Yes.
Things.
Yes. That whole thing just keeps going. Sorry, in the brain group chat. It's like, is the ocean a soup? Is the ocean a soup? I'm just imagining like Kalina comes back to just like check on this, and she's just
What the fuck?
it's like, what
Soup?
are you all talking about?
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
You get a hee hee from Spark.
Oh,
love this.
dear.
What is Spark
Yeah,
up
no,
to,
like,
by
she
the
do-
way?
Yeah, what are they doing? What are they up to?
They're actually gonna go take a little bit of an eat.
Yeah?
A little bit of an eat. They're gonna take a nap.
Yeah?
They're like, fuck, sleeping will solve all my problems. Bed rotting. Bed rotting.
Oh.
Sleep core, sleep and snore maxing.
Honk shmee, honk shmee.
Honk shmee.
Yeah. So, nap.
Nap time. We try to go into the manor, see all the construction, and go, okay, never mind. And then just
No.
go find their like temporary room in the Starlight Realm.
They walk up to the front door of the manor. They like push it open a little bit, and then they hear like fucking bang, bang, bang. It's like, okay, I'm not going in there.
Is it? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to take a nap in there.
Not opportune for nap time.
Oh my god.
So you head over to your room in the Starlight Realm, which is much quieter. And you'll be able to take a nice little nappy here.
They are eeping.
Trust in the universe. Sorry.
Family Guy death pose.
Yeah, that is what they are on the bed. They get into their little their eepy fit.
Eepy fit. Like with a little, do they have like a little nightcap on?
Yeah, they do.
Like, you know, like the big smock looking thing and the bunny slippers.
Yeah.
Bunny slippers.
They
Or the big
squeak.
snakes.
They're bunnies, but they squeak.
Yes! Huh.
They're dreaming about something.
They're dreaming about something.
Dreaming about something.
What are they dreaming about?
Soup.
I don't know, Arrows. I'm not in their fucking head. Wait.
Yeah.
Damn!
I grab my head like Vegeta being possessed by Bob. Ah! Yeah. So Spark, you're obviously trying to focus on something in your dream, but what be it? I wonder.
The Urple,
The Urple?
like the other dream that they had, where it was like, that's really fucking weird.
Okay. So you're trying to remember the purple dream.
Yeah.
Continue the
'cause they
plot.
dream mainly in color.
Yeah, you're trying to
Huh?
continue the plot of the purple dream.
Yeah.
So are you able to continue your purple dream?
Is that a check?
Yes.
Okay.
I think wisdom.
Just like a wisdom save or a pure wisdom check?
Pure wisdom.
Okay. Give me a second. They got a +0, guys. Let's go. That's a
Yeah.
a nat 1.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You open your eyes a little frustrated and you're like, motherfucker, let me try again.
Oh no.
You
I
can't.
rolled 2 nat 1s. This has to be a nat 20 or else I'm gonna actually cry.
If it's another nat one, dice deal.
That's a fucking 2!
Oh my god.
I mean,
That's
it
why
wasn't
it's
a
dice jail.
I mean, it wasn't a nat 1.
Oh boy.
You technically got your wish.
They wake up again and just they're like, I swear to fucking God.
Third time's the charm. Puts head back on pillow.
It's gonna be a 3.
You've got it.
They're like, shit, man, do I need to play Urple music? What do you need from me? And then try again. That's an 8. I swear to fucking God.
The spice gods are not happy with you.
I inherited my friend's curse. Now I can't roll above a fucking 15.
Jesus. Oh boy.
Uh,
So after the third time, you sort of like roll over on your back and just stare up at the ceiling like, mother fucker.
They're like, should I just get melatonin? Do you think that'll work?
You could of course ask Cain for help, as he is the god of
No.
sleep and dreams.
Yeah, they're gonna go to Kane and ask for some melatonin. They're like, Kane, I'm trying to take a nap. They won't let
Yeah.
me.
Say, uncle.
Yeah. So you go find Cain, and he's taken some time to, rest and not do any work, as he had been doing a lot of it. But he looks happy to see you, and he's like, "Oh, Spark, hello."
Hello. I'm trying to take a nap, but my brain won't let me. Do you have melatonin, or can you just like knock me out?
He's like, "Oh, can't sleep, buddy." And he like opens his arms, and he's like, "Come here."
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And he just kind of like holds you and hugs you, and he's like, "Do you want to have a sleep with no dreams or a sleep with dreams?"
Can I have a sleep with purple dream? I'm moving colors. They try to explain.
If anyone would understand, it would be Kane, the god of dreams.
He sort of like giggles a little bit, and he's like, "I can surely direct your dreams in that direction."
Thank you.
And then he sort of presses his thumb against your forehead, and you feel like this sort of like soft, cooling energy come over your head and face. And he's like, "All right, next time you lie down, you should be able to fall asleep easily and have nice purple dreams."
Yeah.
Purple dream.
They do
Purple
the
dream.
go. And then give Kate another hug.
Aw.
He gives you a little squeeze back, and then lets you go back to your bedroom.
They say don't work yourself too hard as they walk off.
I won't.
It is purple dream time. They're gonna go take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll work this time.
Yeah. So, you lay down, and just as Kane has said, you are able to fall asleep easily, and pretty soon, the swirling of purple that you remember is all across your mind.
It worked. Fuck yeah.
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 Oh gosh, I don't have the thing open that I need for this. Hold on. Just give me 5 seconds.
Guys, is hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
Maybe.
Thank
You know what?
Thank you very much, Ben.
It wants me to fucking log in, so I'm not doing that. We're raw dogging this. Fuck it.
There's a whole video about that.
About purple dreams?
I gotta know about the. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh god.
There's a whole video about it.
Foxy, is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
It's actually a super interesting video.
No.
Hot dog is a taco.
It's a taco.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to purple dream.
Sorry.
So
No, this is fun.
your purple dreams, they seem a little more vibrant than the last time you had one.
Oh, a baller.
And the swirls previously were pretty like slow and methodical. Now they're like a strong current, if you will.
Can I touch one?
Yeah, try to reach out and touch one.
I'm touching it.
So you touch it, like you touch the tendrils of purple, and you feel like, God damn it, for lack of better words, a spark of like arcane energy traveling through your fingertips. It's not painful, but like it's tangible. You can feel it.
They keep doing it.
Yeah. The more you touch it, the more like
Good sensory.
yeah, it feels good on your hands. It's fun to touch, and you sort of you don't notice it, but as you're touching it, it's producing a lot of serotonin.
Serotonin, is that what you said?
Yes, the happy chemical.
Sorry, you cut out like halfway.
Oh, or is
through
that dopamine?
word.
Serotonin, dopamine. You're having a lot of
All
good
of the
chemical
two.
feelings right now, is what I'm trying to say.
Hell yeah,
Touching
they
the
were just
purple
gonna
is
keep fucking
like
touching it.
it's good enrichment for your brain. So you're getting a lot of like happy feelings as you're touching the purple, and you know and you kind of feel like you're floating a little bit in this purple space.
Okay, as they're kind of like wandering around, touching the purple, they're like, "Hello, is anybody home?"
Yeah. So at first you don't hear an answer, but when you go out to touch another like bit of the purple, as you like sort of wrap your hand around it, it manifests into a hand in yours that you are like gently holding.
They jump back and go, "Oh, they're very confused."
The hand
Doing
sort of like
exact same
the hand sort of stays there, and the way it looks like a hand that is coming out of like a long billowing sleeve, just sort of like hanging in the air. And it's oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say they process that that's what it is, and then give it a high five.
Yeah.
They dap the hand.
Wow.
So loud that you wake up.
Earth-shattering dap. What's good, Piccolo?
Good.
So, after you sort of like, you know, high-five the hand, dap it up, whatever, you hear a sort of like deep and, like a deep chuckling, but like charmed by you sort of like, you know, high-fiving it. Yeah, it just sort of like laughs at that because they think it's kind of funny and cute.
Oh, hello, Mr. Mysterious Voice. Am I supposed to be grabbing your hand? Is that what you want? I'm sorry.
You don't have to. The voice says just very plainly.
Okay.
And
you
then
have to like shake it almost. Be like touch
Mhm.
his hand.
Yeah, so you reach out and you sort of touch the hand again, and then you see like sort of next to the hand a cloud of purple swirls about and then manifests another hand, and it like gently places that hand on top of yours, like, you know, holding your hand with both of their hands.
They put their other hand on it.
Stacking.
And they're like giggling.
Stack it.
They're
Stack.
yeah.
And the voice just says, "You called out to me. What is it that you need?"
Do you have any idea how to get out of here? I want to find the weird dog thing.
I'm afraid
Oh,
that
dear.
you won't be able to find it if you search for it on the planet's side.
Oh.
Oh.
And then
Committed planet teleportation?
yeah, it sort of like gestures with its hand. Like you see that it's like gesturing, but there's no body or face connected. And the voice says, "You see, I am also tracking the Chimera."
We're working together? That's so cool.
You can't see it, but you can feel like that the presence sort of nods in agreement. And it
Is
says,
that why you contacted me the first time?
"Yes, you see, you have something very special. And the hand sort of like pats your head. And
Is it my good looks? I'm sorry.
he seems like just very amused by your little quips and says, "Not exactly. You have exhibited a lot of traits of possessing a very powerful magic that, unfortunately, a lot of people of your world do not understand. And
They
because...
seem to be very perplexed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And because they don't understand it, they are afraid of it, and they want to suppress it. But, unfortunately for you, suppressing it means hurting. I want to help... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, they blink and they go, is this about the passing out thing?
You can feel the presence nod. Like, you can feel the sort of agreement to that. And it says, I believe that when you were very little, someone put some sort of charm on you that inhibits your power, keeps it locked away. And unfortunately, this is hurting you. And any time that power surges within you, your body shuts down momentarily.
I don't know who the fuck this is, but I don't like it.
Or do I?
That's my third dad, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I'm just lore. Literally
Father,
none of
Son, and
our
the Holy
characters.
Ghost.
Literally none of our characters have a good experience with dreams.
Do you think that they would kind of like? Do you think this like? In response to that, they kind of like static almost.
Static? I'm confused.
Like, so you know, like how they normally play like cloud music. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's static this time.
Mm. So there's just like a faint sound of static sort of echoing throughout the dream right now.
Yeah.
And the president speaks up again and says, I do want to help you, and I want to help you harness your power so that you don't hurt others or yourself.
Why?
Well, if I must be honest, I see myself in you. I was once in your position, but I had nobody to help me.
They kind of nod. They're like, okay, I believe you.
So after that sort of like little confirmation of you trusting in the voice, you feel the hand sort of like gently let go of you, and and it backs up, and you see that the swirls start manifesting into a form.
Pog.
Of course, the purple definitely stays. And you see a tall being in purple and black robes sort of manifests before you as like a hazy apparition in the dream.
You got that drip.
He wears a crown of sorts made out of a very curious looking material. It's not metal or crystal, but it is akin to it. And it sort of shines in like the passing light of the purple aura that surrounds all of you. It surrounds you both. And his face is obscured by what looks like a mask. But it looks very lifelike.
They say that the crown / mask is really fucking cool.
This being is rather tall, so it sort of like crouches down to your level. And says, I did promise I would help you, but, as I said before, you will have to wait until the gala.
I called it. Oh, I fucking.
Oh. I'll say
They
that.
they nod. And then they ask if they can touch the crown thing because it looks cool.
He nods and sort of like bows his head down to allow you to touch it.
They poke.
It almost feels like cold skin, but like more like harder. Just like the texture feels like leathery, but soft, like a soft leather.
Cool.
And then he stands back up and he says to you, the one who will come to you on the night of the gala will be clad in green and gold. And I think you'll know when you see them.
Okay.
Even though the mask obscures it, you kind of get the like feeling that the being smiles back at you. And then says, unfortunately for now, I must go.
Okay. It was nice talking to you. Can you come back tonight?
Of course. And then he gently like reaches down and sort of like pats you on your head, and then the form sort of disappears back into the purple swirls. And, you know, the swirling lingers a little bit before you wake up.
Fuck yeah. Eep complete.
Yeah. So, whoever this mysterious friend of yours is also tracking the Chimera.
Convenient.
I think it makes sense, totally. Because, like, he started talking to them before the Chimera showed up. At least, like, to them. And Spark's a little silly, goofy guy, so they're the best person to do with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't care if they get their ass handed to them by the Chimera.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just. The last time one of our party members was hearing voices in their dreams, they got turned into a chimera. Just saying.
Yeah.
Spark doesn't know that.
Exactly. Which is part of the fun, but also,
They're
Mhm.
not going to share with the class either.
no, of course not. Because why would they?
Yeah. So now that everyone's now that Spark's awake and things, what now? What now do now?
They're gonna go
Uh,
to where Kalito's doing the thing.
Yeah, she's probably been just like, you know, like talking with her family, catching up. They're all just talking. Spark comes in just like, oh, do you want to join on the gossip?
Hee hee. Of course I do.
I love gossip.
Yeah, I would imagine like she would like say something like that. Either that or like one of the like her siblings or her mom asks that. It's like, oh, come
Totally.
sit.
So, I'm guessing that everybody who wants to be there for the watching the Sentinel patrolling around Ciptria is there. Right?
I would assume so. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Anastasia is like not in the manor, mind you, but is somewhere, or like sketching up designs for some weird, stupid creation that popped into his head while exiting the manor.
So he's not gonna be there while, like, you know, to
Correct.
watch the sentry. Okay.
Doing
Is
his own
anybody
thing.
else there aside from Spark?
Clement, Nilka, and Chatu are there.
Okay.
Before they start, they go, "Oh God, I think I'm gonna be a little sick," and then they pretend to vomit, and then like the clown cloths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do one of those.
Yeah.
Like they just start pulling it out of their mouth.
Oh my god.
Delightful.
Nick probably thinks it's the best shit ever.
Hell yeah.
Just general clowning.
Yeah. Clowning around.
Yeah. So everybody who wants to is gathered around watching the sentry, and you see that it has just arrived like over the city and is sort of flying down towards Verbina's temple.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, as it sort of pans up, that the Arias tree is like budding and, you know, bright green. And, you know, the whole world kind of looks like green, like cast in a soft green glow.
The green rain.
It looks a little eerie, but you know that, like, it means good things.
Radiation.
Uranium.
Uranium fever.
Uranium fever. Da 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 da. Uranium fever. Da 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 da.
I shouldn't have said anything. God damn.
Come on, it's a good song.
It's a good song. God, I love listening to it on like the Fallout radio stations. It's so good.
Oh yeah. Good shit, good shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
So the sentry sort of like bobs down. You can hear like a little wings beating almost. Like it's a fat bumblebee or something.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
GoPro on a bumblebee. And you see it head down into the temple. And as it goes into the temple, you can see that, like, some things have been slightly disturbed here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, things just look ever so slightly out of place, but you don't know, like, exactly what's wrong.
Lovely.
Okay.
Like, some stuff has
It always
been
goes well.
slightly moved about.
I'm guessing we can't, like, move or like direct the bumblebee.
It's just sort of patrolling around and looking.
Ah, gotcha.
So you can see stuff as it's, like, looking. You're not in control of it, but you can see what it sees.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's investigating stuff. And, yeah. So if anybody wants to, you can make an investigation roll to see if you can see what's
Alright,
wrong.
yeah. You guys ready for another nat 1?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm fucking talking
Holy
about.
shit! Got 19.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about. Let's go.
finally!
That's what I'm fucking talking
A
about.
solid 10.
Investigation.
I'm
Total
really-
22. Let's fucking go.
I'll do an investigation. Hold on.
So, yeah, after
Fuck.
Caleb
19.
goes. Alright, so you guys are able to notice pretty quickly at least one thing that's, like, definitely, like, different is the fact that there was a, like, basically a sheet covering Zephyrus's throne.
Yeah.
It has been, like, pulled off,
Oh.
and it's on the floor.
Okay.
That's, like, the first
Alright.
major glaring thing you notice, and the bee sort of, like, investigates it. It looks like a lot of dust has been disturbed.
Hmm.
Here's Sparko. Maybe they're having the hanky panky.
Ah!
Oh
Oh.
my god.
How
Kalina,
dare you!
Those are your grandparents. Good God.
Oh, I'm not saying we should go investigate. I'm saying that's a possible thing that
why
could
am
have
I
happened.
just imagining that even Gwen? Is Gwen there? Is the rest of the Brightwood family there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like Gwen just hears Sparks say this, just like
Gasp.
yeah. I mean, that has probably heard worse from her own children. So.
True.
First, like, okay, look, I'm not saying we should go investigate. I'm saying that is a likely thing because Zephyrus isn't on the throne, man. I don't know. I don't know shit.
Oh, this is not the throne that's in the tree. This is, like, they have a round table in the
Oh,
temple
Oh,
that
yeah,
has the
yeah.
chairs for each of them, and previously
Yeah.
Zephyrus's one had been, like, covered. Sorry for the confusion.
Sorry, that's my bad.
It's okay. But, the bee kind of, like, goes over to where the entrance down into the tree is, and there is a golden barrier.
Oh.
Like a barrier of gold that is blocking the doorway.
That's odd. Are we able to do like another investigation check?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Only good rolls. Only good rolls.
Only good rolls.
Alright, that's a total of 19.
I got a 15.
Alright.
Nice.
Heyo.
Let me see what I get. Investigation. That's better. 31.
Nice! Good job, buddy.
Eh.
So, you guys are,
Oh, nice.
Colbart sort of realizes it first, and, like, pretty quickly. She's like, oh, yeah. Colbart, you notice, like, that this is definitely Verbena. Like, her magic that is doing it. And making the barrier here. And the rest of you are able to figure it out, but Colbart immediately is like, oh yeah, that's Verbena. Verbena did that. She did do that. And yeah. So the bee kind of like bumps up against the
Aw,
barrier,
trying to get through, just like dong,
and it makes sort of like a
dong.
ding, ding,
Aw.
bling.
He keeps trying to go through. It's like a Roomba trying to go through something.
Yeah. But it just sort of stops eventually and continues to sort of bumble about the temple
Bumble.
and like look for things and stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but the image is just like a little bumblebee, just like, gently bopping into the berry, just like dong, dong.
Little armored bumblebee.
Yeah. Oh, little armored bumblebee with a camera. No, wait. Bumble cam.
Bumble cam.
Instead of body cam.
The bumble cam. Incredible.
As it's like flying around and not really showing anything interesting, the sparks start doing like magic tricks. Like the mundane
Yeah.
one. If anybody is wearing a watch, they momentarily steal it to fuck with them.
Incredible.
And then asks them for the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as it's sort of like going around, you all hear something like coming from the feed, because it has like a little amount of audio, of course. You hear something that sounds like something hitting up against the barrier again, like that dinging sound. You hear like ding, ding, and then like it's sharp and loud.
Oh.
And the bee sort of like notices it and turns around and heads back.
Uh-oh.
And you see that there is basically a little hole now, just big enough for the bee to go through,
Aw,
that has been
Rosita.
made. But yeah, the bee just doesn't really take, much notice of it, and just like, oh, okay.
Brr.
And the bee just goes down into the tree, and once it sort of gets to the bottom, you see that basically it looks like Verbena and Zephyrus are hibernating almost,
Oh.
and they're sitting together. Like,
They're eeping!
yeah, they're just sort of like
Sleepover.
sleeping, like curled up together in the throne.
Cute.
Then how was the hole made?
Magic.
Sabrina was asleep.
Her consciousness is probably still around.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That
So
was me.
the bee just sort of, takes a look, is like, okay, everything's fine, and then starts heading back up. And at a few points as it's going up, you see the feed start to like static out
Oh.
a
Uh-oh.
little bit. Like there's some sort of interference. Just like every now and again there's like a couple seconds of interference.
Investigation?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also
Yes,
gonna roll an
please.
investigation roll.
Oh, I keep rolling worse.
Damn.
I had a 10, and then a 5, and now I got a 3.
Oh,
Oh.
Incredible.
I got a 17.
Yeah. Spark?
My
I
eyes
got a-
ain't working today, apparently.
You've had a long day. Val really wanted to go for a walk. A long walk.
Long walk.
Spark, what was your roll?
14.
14. Okay. And Kalini, you said yours was 17.
Yes.
I got 27.
27. Colbart, you notice, like, flashes of something in the static. Like, peripherally in the, like, view. But you can't really make out what it is. You just notice that something is, like, in the peripherals and not being noticed by the bee.
Can we, like,
What?
try to stop the feed when it's on the screen?
If you knew how to control the receptor,
Dang.
maybe. You
Anyways, I
can...
pointed out, basically.
Yeah. And then, now that all of you focus on that, you do notice that seemingly whenever there's, like, a little bit of static, something sort of, like, ever so slightly comes into frame.
Oh.
Just, like, basically a few pixels, more or less.
Dang.
What is that?
Something that shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
What? I don't know that.
Suddenly, like, a big bout of static overtakes the sentry and the feed. And you see a, like, very clear flash of something. There is no color, as, like, the color cuts out during these static bouts, so you can't see any, like, color. It's just, like, black and white static. But you can see, like, the tones and the values of things. And it kind of looks like just, like, a piece of fabric flaps across the screen, like, in, like, a couple feet forward.
Can I, like, do another
don't-
check?
Yeah.
I am also gonna do that because now I'm getting worried. Total of 24, please.
Give me a second, I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, no, I wasn't talking to you. I was just saying in general.
18.
Alright. So, is there anything specifically you two are looking for?
I guess for Kalina. So I'm gonna need to think on it more. Spark, please go first. I need to think on it more.
They're trying to see if it's a person or, like, clothing.
I think Kalina will try to like see if she can like sense any like see any like familiarity with it. Like just like has she seen this before? Has she seen someone wearing this thing before? Just anything like that. Visual to vibe.
You really haven't seen anything quite like it. You kind of get the impression that it's fabric that is cut to look like a large, like, flowing hair.
Oh.
Spark is tilted their head.
Well, this is concerning. Something
Huh.
is in there that shouldn't be.
Hey, Kalina, can you do... What's your passive perception?
Kalina's passive perception is 17.
Okay, I'll say that you notice that Spark is kind of like... a little, like... It almost looks like they kind of know what's going on, but they're not saying anything.
Yeah, Kalina, she sees this on Spark's face and just says, "Fuck, what is it?"
Not sure. Roll is... Sorry. They
Insight.
a moment and go, it looks like hair. That's really weird. Why would bro have a veil like that? And I guess I should probably roll deception.
Kalina's gonna do insight as well. Oh, that's a net 20.
Hey,
I mean, if it comes to a total... What?
I got a fucking 9. You're good.
They cannot get past Kalina. They cannot. But yeah, Kalina, she just looks at Spark, like, you know, just kind of like you know, the really look, and just says, "You've seen this before, haven't you? Who are they? What is it?"
Whoa, hey man, I just saw it in like a theater once. Come on.
Insight?
Shit, am I doing deception?
I mean, like, you don't have to. I mean, like...
Yeah, I'm not rolling with the D&D Beyond fucking dice anymore. I'm rolling on something else.
Right, that is a total of 22.
Give me a second.
You need to nerf your insight.
Holy shit! Thank you, Google Dice. I got a nat 20.
Bruh!
All right.
nice.
Unneeded. So, yes, you fully believe that Spark is like, hey, I just saw this in a theater once, man. What the fuck?
Coming at me, bro.
And Kalina just says, all right. Either way, that shouldn't be in there. I'm contacting Kane, hold on. And she, like, you know, like, holds up her wrists and, like, you know, tries to connect to Kane. And she says, Kane, are you there?
Yes?
Well, there's something in the Arius tree that shouldn't be there. We're watching a sentry that was sent in there. And, we saw Vibina and Zephyrus, but as this, right now the sentry's trying to leave, and it's getting a lot of interference of some kind, and we were able to see that there's something else in there. And given the fact that there was a barrier around the tree and it suddenly opened up after the sentry had, you know, left, there was it almost sounded like it broke.
I suppose it's possible. There was a moment in time, of course, before Vibina went back to the tree and Zephyrus was in there, where the passageway was opened. It's possible that someone or something could have gotten in? Like, somebody from the city wandered in? And then they got locked in?
Perhaps? I don't know, just... I do think it would be wise to just send some people down in to check. Especially given the fact that Vibina and Zephyrus, it almost looks like they're hibernating, that they're asleep, they're not conscious. They're frankly quite vulnerable.
Right. Okay, I'll contact the others and we'll all send people down.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you.
Of course. Update me if anything else happens.
Will
Notable.
do.
So after that, you know, the the bee is still going up the stairs, but you can see the like the top of the staircase now. You know, it's looking up towards where the doorway is.
Yeah.
And the static is fairly constant now, but like faint most of the time,
Yeah.
and then it flares up every now and again.
I'm not liking this.
Um the static grows really, really strong, like slowly,
Mm-hmm.
and it almost looks like the camera's feed is like being completely blacked out. Like a shadow sort of eclipses it,
Oh.
and then it's all dark for a second with like only a faint static sound. And then after a few seconds, you, like the light starts to come back, and the bee is now outside of the tree and back in the main part of the temple.
Okay.
And whatever had like eclipsed the feed disappears entirely.
So it's inside the tree or the temple? Oh boy.
Well, the bee sort of like swivels around slowly, and it looks back to where the hole is and sees that the hole has been covered over. It looks like it was never there.
Huh.
But when it like moves closer to inspect, there's like a faint amount of static. And then it like backs away and starts like going around the temple again to look for anything else.
I don't like this. I am concerned.
Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, Kalina, she is like, like hastily writing down things. Like, like hastily writing down notes and stuff.
Yeah. After that, the feed just sort of goes back to normal. Everything's fine. The bee is just sort of wandering around the temple again.
This is
And-
not good.
After a while, it does like leave the temple and starts to head back, and the feed like, ends. It's like, not
Yeah.
in a mysterious or suspicious way. It just like, ends the feed since it is done with its mission.
Yeah. You did good, little bee. You did good.
The bee is safe. The bee is unharmed.
Yay.
I feel like we should go investigate that, though.
Yeah. I think, Kalina, she's actually gonna look at the rest of the group and say, I do feel like we may want to try and head down there with whoever's being sent.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we've been in that temple a decent amount of times now.
Anastasius nodded in agreement.
Okay.
You don't know what thoughts in there, but we should be prepared for, well, anything.
Yeah. So, are you going to meet up with the forces?
I suppose so. And Kalina,
I would
she's gonna
like to.
shoot Kane a message, just like, "Hey, so we're gonna be going down there."
And Kane's just like, you get the feeling he's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Why do I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he thought just like, do you mean we or do you mean you?
He accepts it because, well, you're not going alone. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what, fine.
It's like, fine. No, my dice!
Your dice. So, is everybody else gonna go down with? Or is anybody gonna
Fuck
stay?
yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm going.
I'm going.
We're
Is Colbert
suiting
going?
up.
I guess.
Real Colbert?
Kalina's probably gonna like change into her armor because she's probably like I'm guessing like everyone is like, you know, like suiting up.
Yeah.
I'm
Unless
always
Spark doesn't
suited
have
up.
fucking armor.
He's just a clown.
That's okay.
Clown.
Yeah.
I'm
Gosh,
just a clown. Heart.
Like the fact that Kalina's family is there and then they just hear Kalina just like, alright, we're heading down there. Just like, what do you
What?
mean you're going into danger? I'm just imagining
let's
your mom
go.
just like, okay, just like, young lady.
All right, everyone, field trip.
Yay.
Spark goes, guys, wait, no, I need to get my armor. And they go put on, they leave for a second, and then they come back, and they're wearing bigger cloud shoes than before.
Amazing.
Kalina can't help but laugh a little bit.
How
Hell
dare you
yeah.
laugh at me? And Spark pretends to be super upset.
Oh, boy.
Kalina, she just laughs and just says, never change, Spock. Never change.
Just wait until I reach my final form.
Oh dear.
Anastasia just takes a step back and says, you know, it looks up, down, up at Spark. If this ain't your final form, I don't know if I should be excited or scared, mate.
They respond with yes.
Good.
It's like, yeah, you should be scared.
Bitch.
In death we are one.
In death we are strong. In death we are the Honk
Honk
Legion.
Legion.
We are the Honk Legion.
Oh, that's a cramp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So everybody, suits up, gear up. Let's go. And
Let's go fight something.
and then you, accompany the forces of the gods.
Yeah.
Can I go to Hoth one more time?
Yeah.
It's a hey, Dad, I'm gonna be headed
Hey,
out.
Papa.
They kind of waddle over to him
Aw.
and look up and be like, Hoth.
And he's like, "Oh, hey, buddy."
They say that they're sorry. For like lying.
He hugs you and he's like, "It's okay, buddy. I just worry about you."
And then they go, we are going down, but we're going to the tree. No Chimera.
Okay. I'm guessing that you're going with the forces, so that's way more than the two people I said, so, I trust you.
Okay. And then they ask if there's any way to like contact him if something happens.
He could get they could get Hoth's mark, like how Kalina has Kane's.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Gotta get the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi!
Whiffy.
Does this mean that they dip it in alcohol?
Jack Black, pick up your phone. Pick
Sir.
up your goddamn phone.
Oh boy. So
Sir, can you
Hoth,
hear me?
what Hoth does is he picks one of the grapes off of his like mantle, and he hands it to you, and he's like, "Go ahead, eat it."
They fucking eat it.
Yeah.
It is an incredibly delicious sweet grape.
Great.
And he says, "Now you can contact me. All you have to do is, just consciously think about it."
They test it and be like, "Hello," in their head.
Yeah, and he responds back with, "Hello."
Yay!
Yeah.
They give him another hug and then say that they'll be back.
All right, buddy, stay safe.
They say they will, and then they go back to the group and be like, "Guys, I just got Telehoth."
Telehoth.
Telehoth.
Kalina's just like, I was wondering what that grape was about.
Grape, 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 grape,
Grape.
grape,
Grape
grape.
looks similar to my mark from Kane as she kind of like holds up her wrist.
Yeah, they say probably. They don't know. They're not in your head.
Yeah. So now, everybody is heading down, and
Let's fucking go.
Let's go make sure they're
Yeah.
okay and or kill shit.
yeah.
Woo.
More or less, there is about 50 troops
damn.
altogether. 10 from each Serpent Lord,
Oh my god.
not including Astraeus, because he doesn't have any fucking followers yet.
He doesn't have any followers yet. He just created his social media account.
He just got on the platform.
Yeah.
Does he
Who
have a
can
He hasn't
blame
made
him?
any posts yet.
Can I follow him on Twitter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
God too.
Beautiful.
So,
Just on the way to.
Mhm.
Sorry.
go ahead. Speak.
Just on the way to meeting the crew who that are getting. Like, Anastasia just mumbles fairly audibly. Well, I guess I'll work on that special armor later.
I'm sorry, special what?
Special order.
Yo. Fucking sick, mate.
Spark does look at him and go, "Huh?" Are you gonna have a magical girl
Anastasia is-
transformation?
Anastasia says, looks at his Spark, and he just says, or less of the transformy kind, and more of a put on and I have to make sure to repair it, sort of thing.
This now means that the trope of anime girl transformations is canon.
Yeah.
Spark looks at the rest of the group and goes, "Guys, Anastasis is gonna have a magical girl transformation at some point."
We're gonna what?
You heard me.
Don't worry about it. Anastasia says, and very quickly, out of character, I am so sorry, arrows.
Oh, God.
It's fun.
Sigh. But, yeah. You follow, the forces down to the capital, and, they start doing a full sweep investigation of the temple, and you guys find that the barrier is up and strong and it's not budging. So there is no way for
Suspicious.
you guys to get into the tree.
Kalina says, Hayne did mention. Sorry, what did he say about it's like how something might have gotten in?
So basically, after you guys, did the thing with Zephyrus, but before you did the thing with Verbena, there was a point in time where the passageway was open
Oh yeah.
before Verbena supposedly put the barrier up when she entered. So there was like, a few days where there was no safeguards.
Yeah.
Oh, we're very bad at this.
So, yeah.
Boy.
But
There's one thing we're good at. It's getting into places that we're technically not allowed.
Everybody looks at fucking Colbert.
Colbert. Colbert.
You're good at getting into places that you can't be in. You should not
I
be in.
guess. I'll make an investigation check.
There you go. Yeah, let's go.
I
Yeah.
also make an
I rolled an
investigation.
8. It's a dirty 20.
All right. So, what was that for? Investigation?
I'm sorry. You rolled an 8, but it's a dirty 20? Do you have a plus 12?
He
Yeah.
does. It's insane. I looked at it.
That was for
I was looking at
investigation.
it earlier, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Investigation.
So, what you looking for, buddy? Anything in specific?
Any I don't know, like it's a magical barrier, not a physical wall. But in the physical wall, you kind of look for any weaker parts of it. So I guess weaker parts of the barrier.
Yeah.
I could do an Arcana check.
True.
Well, so Colbert, I mean, dirty 20. That's gonna get you something. So,
Something.
you're inspecting the barrier, and you kind of feel, you get a feeling that like the barrier has like a thickness to it. It's not just like a flat sheet of magic. It is like a thickness, and it almost looks as if the barrier is thinner, kind of in that area where you think that the hole was made. Not by a lot, but just a little tiny bit.
It's slightly thinner here.
Okay, guys. I have to poop really bad. So, do a little bit of role playing amongst yourselves for like
Okay.
maybe 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Oh god.
Quickly look what I shared real quick. What's in front of it?
Yes. Yes.
Let's just
She looks adorable!
Let's just hope Eros doesn't die in there.
Oh god.
We'll give him 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, we should call someone.
Bring in the cavalry.
Oh my god. But yeah, at Colbert saying what he said, Kalina, she heads over to the barrier and says, "That's right where the hall was, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. I was about to ask if I could do an Arcana check, but I forgot that Eros isn't here.
He's taking a
It's not
shit.
here right now. We're role playing. Role play.
Just very quickly, in the background, like in the brain group, you can hear that Anastasius just put on some random investigation music.
I love him so much.
We
The fucking-
love
puts on the-
Anastasius.
Put on the fucking Pink Panther theme.
Yes.
Oh my
Doo-doo.
god.
Doo-doo.
Da-da,
Doo-doo.
da-da, 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 da-da.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
That was probably
all have
so
one
out
brain
of
cell.
sync for the viewers. We are.
Well, yeah, we're
sorry.
always out of sync because that's just
This
how
book.
Wi-Fi and
It's-
time zones work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just chat. Imagine it was great. Imagine it was perfectly synced up. Imagine, because we are on a budget.
Yep.
Yep.
We are on a budget here. The scenery, it's fake here. The curtains behind us, fake. The table in front of us, fake.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yep. Nothing
Oh my
you
God.
know is
Wait,
real.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
We
huh?
actually
nothing
are
you
all
know
inside
is
of a
real.
simulation.
Everything's a lie?
Everything's a
Everything is
lie,
a lie.
man.
What about the cake?
The cake is in fact a lie. I am so sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, nothing you
I'm
see is real.
I'm back. What are
Nothing
you
is
talking
real.
about?
Reality and
the
how it's not
scenery is
real.
fake here.
Everything is fake.
Okay.
I'm having a crisis.
Did y'all have any like actual role play, or did you just bullshit?
Now we bullshitted.
We bullshitted. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, you shitted. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we at first, like Anastasius said, just like, oh, like put some investigation music on, and then we did the Pink
And then I
Panther, and
thought
we all
of
did
the Pink Panther theme, and then we sang really out of tune and sync.
God
And then I
damn.
said, chat, just pretend it was in sync. Pretend it was good. Pretend because we have a budget here.
We have a budget.
There is no
Nothing here.
budget. It's zero.
Exactly. There is
Exactly.
no budget.
That's the
The
point.
scenery's
We are
fake.
on a budget.
The
It's just
table-
very small.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the table, fake.
Who
The
quid?
curtains, fake. The cake, a lie.
Nothing is real. Ah.
Okay, so
But yeah, Kalina, she had gone over to the barrier, like to where Cobart was, and like she was talking to him for a bit.
all right.
And Kalina put her hand on the barrier.
Yes, you may. It makes a very soft little ding sound as you like touch it, and it resonates.
Yeah. Can I do an Arcana check actually?
All right.
Okay.
Ain't no way bro posted
Total of 22. Let's fucking
Ace
go.
Attorney.
All right. So
It's Ben. Of course he did.
anything that you were trying to glean from
Like
this?
not just like like the weak point, but also like like any other like traces of possible magic or influence that might have like caused it to break.
You do sense a very faint remnant of another type of magic. Like
Am I?
very faint. So faint that you can't tell what it is, but you feel it.
Okay.
Like when there's a very small piece of hair tickling your fucking underboob, but it's like really a light hair, and you can't find it.
I deal with it
Yeah.
all the fucking time after I buzz my hair, and it's annoying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like after you get a haircut.
Mhm.
God.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, just a piece of hair tickling that you can't find. Basically that. You feel it,
Okay.
but you can't actually like pinpoint it.
Yeah, Kalina, she says, well, whatever managed to cause that hole in the barrier definitely is magical in nature. I can sense some fragment of it. It's so small I can't tell what it is.
Anybody else?
I don't know, I'm just very confused by this entire situation.
That's a valid take on.
Very quickly, what did Kalina get for her Arcana?
I got a total of 22.
Okay, I'm gonna, with the hopes of maybe getting even 1 point higher, may I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
You know, bro's gonna try to one up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're trying to one up me?
Yes.
You gotta do
Yes, I am.
something.
Jump up, Stevie.
Ha.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Damn.
Little
Womp
bitch.
womp.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. So, yeah, Anastasius, you can not really even detect what Kalina's feeling. But
Kalina, she does actually try to peer through. Like, is the barrier, like, translucent?
yeah,
Yeah, she's actually gonna try and see, like, if she can see anything through the barrier. Like, you know, like peer through it, like you're peering through a glass window.
mm-hmm.
Like, you know, with, like, the hands cupped around your eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Would that be investigation?
Mm-hmm. With a disadvantage because the magic barrier sort of distorts what's beyond.
Yeah. Oh, come on, that's a nat 20. Come on.
Roll with disadvantage, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Ha, be not good at something.
Alright, my lowest is a total of 16.
All right.
Still
So-
pretty good, but
You don't see anything out of the ordinary beyond the barrier.
Kalina, she just sighs and says, I can't see anything through this either. Cobalt, do you want to give it a try?
Your eyes. Look with your special eyes.
What am
What
I
do your
rolling?
fish eyes see?
Investigation.
Contacts are especially not making this easy. And she kind of like rubs her eyes a little bit. Maybe I should have brought my glasses.
Yeah, so you're making an investigation roll, Colbart. To peer through the
Alright, let's
barrier.
go. Peer through the barrier.
With a
let's see.
disadvantage, of course. Same as Kalina.
Disadvantage.
Alright. So, Colbart, you look through. You also don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Damn.
What would it take to break the barrier?
A lot.
Probably the holy fire again. If
Don't
even.
you fucking dare.
Verbena might get pissed at you, though.
Oh
is the
yeah, she was
caveat.
very
Get
upset.
this.
Wakes
Yeah.
up, like, disheveled, half-formed. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry, Grandma, we were worried.
Sorry, Gam Gam, we thought there was an intruder.
Sorry, Graham. We thought the Wi-Fi was out. We were just checking the
Grandma,
router.
Wi-Fi's out.
We were just checking the router.
We had a nightmare.
Grandma, we had a nightmare.
Is there something under the bed? We can't tell.
Kalina, she looks at Colbart like as he's peering through and asks, "Anything?"
Wilbur? Caleb?
What? Sorry. Like,
Bruh.
my
Um,
friend got hurt, okay?
oh, apologies.
By their own
dear.
stupidity, but still.
Mood. Kalina asks, like, if you see anything.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Ugh. Well, from what we could see on the sentry, there was still some interference within the temple. Hold on,
What if I do a fly around?
outside the temple?
I mean, it's worth a shot to see anything. I mean, and maybe not like outside the temple, but like, hold on, how?
I was about to like how big is this? Like, can he
Yeah.
actually fly around?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really crowded right now because of all the troops in here that are all investigating. But
Might not be the best idea.
yeah, you really can't fly around. It's not like that big and open in here.
Has anyone else apart from our group found anything?
Nothing notable, no. They're noting like the same things that were seen on the feed, like dust being disturbed, the cloth being pulled out, but you know.
Yeah. I guess it also doesn't help because like this is probably the first time any of them ever have been in here.
Yeah. So like things being slightly moved, they don't really pick up on, but like they can see some, like, you know, if there's like discoloration where things like, oh, something used to be sitting here but now it's like moved over. But they don't notice like every tiny little detail. They're noticing like the bigger picture of things.
Yeah. Kalina, she is just gonna look at the rest of the group and says, "I do think it would be best if we all try and split up, look around, see if we can notice anything. Because I feel like we may be the only ones here that have been in here, one, recently, and two, on a semi-regular basis. We know what this place is supposed to look like."
Yeah. So everybody who is inside, make an investigation check.
Investigation! Let's fucking
Please let me roll a good number.
Is
Hell yeah! Nat 20, baby!
Yo!
17.
There we go.
Is
Finally,
there a place
good
to
rolls.
perch up somewhere higher?
In the rafters.
I'm probably gonna do that. Give myself a different viewpoint.
I got a total of 18.
Alright, investigation. Let's go.
Come on, Colbar.
Fuck.
Anastasius, you said 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mistake. 15.
Bro, that's still good. Are you kidding me?
I rolled a 3.
Damn. A tree.
It says the
Flexing
guy who
on
has a
us.
plus 12.
Yeah. So pretty much y'all are looking around and one thing really stands out to you that the sentry never even looked at.
Yeah.
There looks to be a basket that's usually there that previously was empty in like the lounge area.
Yeah.
It is now filled with a strange fruit.
Kalina, she sees this and just says, "Wait, this basket is And she kneels down and picks up one of the pieces of fruit. Can she roll like a nature check or something to see what it is?
Yeah.
Would that be nature?
None of you fucking eat it. We're not having a Persephone situation.
Or Eve.
Hey,
Or Eve, yeah.
Do not eat the
Do
forbidden
not
apple.
eat the fruit of knowledge.
I mean,
You'll either be forced in the underworld for half of the year, or you
She
will
makes
curse all of
a-
humanity and be blamed for it.
if she makes a nature check, could I make a history check to see if I
Wait.
remember anything about it?
Wait,
Yeah.
I should. Wait, actually, can I do a history check instead? Like, I didn't know I could do a history check on this. Because I have +10 to history. Can I?
You already said nature.
Okay.
We can let Colbert do the history.
Okay.
You can work together, goddammit.
Why do I have such whatever 30?
Okay.
I got a total of. Where is my nature?
Casually rolls a 30.
I got a total of 15.
Alright, so Kalina, you're able to deduce that this fruit structurally is very similar to an apple.
Oh, great. It's an apple too.
Yeah. Y'all were unfortunately right on the money with the apple.
Yeah, it's a fucking no. No. We set it on fire, we tossed it out the window, and
What
we
the
never
apple
speak of it
does, I will not say, but it's an apple-esque thing. It's significantly bigger than an apple.
again. Like a pomegranate?
More like a large grapefruit.
Oh damn! That is a
Still.
that is a big apple. You could like knock someone out with that thing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So there's about
Mm-mm.
7 of these apples, quote, and they're sort of like rusty, a rusty red color. Not like a bright red of an a regular sort of red apple. They're sort of almost peachy toned.
I don't like this.
Colbert, you get the feeling that you have seen, like, depictions of this fruit, but not the actual fruit before.
Oh.
So, like, you have probably seen a painting or a manuscript illustration or something depicting something that looks very similar to this.
I've seen this painted somewhere. I have no idea where though.
Can Kalina do an Arcana check? See if any these apples are magic in nature.
Sure. Magic apple.
Magic apple. Yo, total of 25. Let's fucking go. Thank you. +10 to Arcana.
What did you say it was again? Sorry.
25.
25. Okay, so the apples are not magical in nature whatsoever.
Oh.
They are just fruit, but not fruit that, you have ever seen.
Can Kalina also do a history check now? Like at the mention, just like that Colbart thought he saw this somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like, have I seen it?
Yeah. If you get just, high enough, maybe you've also seen the thing that Colbart saw.
Yeah. Yo! Nat 20, let's fucking go.
Bam.
It totals up to 30, but does it get anything else because it's a critical success?
You remember that in the couple of days where you guys were in the Starlight Realm before the ritual, there was a library that had a lot of tellings of things that happened before the creation of Vera. Verbina's life, Zephyrus's life, tellings of the crewmates about, everything before. So you couldn't read anything because it was all in a language you didn't understand,
Yeah.
an alien language, but you do remember the paintings and manuscripts.
My guess is that both Kalina and Cobra were looking at the book.
Yeah. And yeah.
All of us have seen it painted, in fact. Huh.
Okay, so where's places that all of us have been?
Every single player.
And that's all I'll say.
Maybe
That's
in
what should
Zephyrus's
come in.
temple? Trying to think of a spot that we've all been.
Can Kalina would it be like a history check to see if she can remember where she's specifically seen it painted?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like try and remember any depictions outside of what she saw in that library in the Starlight Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe in the capital, but I don't think Spark's been to the capital.
I would assume Spark is not considered part of the people who would have seen it.
But Era specified every single player.
I got a total of 26.
So you have not seen it anywhere outside of that instance. Did I never post it?
Well, from Tegok's perspective, weird fucking fruit, we should probably not mess with it. But from me, I've seen the tropes too many times. We should definitely not mess with it.
We've read the Bible.
Unfortunately.
It's me, the devil.
From
The Bible.
From the Bible. I've come to convince you to do sin.
Shadow, it's me, the devil. I'm here to
Hey.
convince you to do sin.
What's up? It's me. But yeah, I know my fucking mythology. You don't deal with God-related fruit.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Can Spark pick up grapefruit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe their magic will send something.
Okay, so you said no magic, so not gonna do an Arcana check.
What you gonna do, buddy?
What you gonna do when they're coming for you?
I do a religion check.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
If there is if there's any connection to any god with it, even if it's not magic based, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a dirty 20.
All right.
Yeah.
You know that this is not linked religiously to any of the gods of Vera.
Okay. And can I also then do a history check?
Yeah.
Because you said every single player. I guess that does include me.
Yes, it does, because you are a player. Sorry, that's
Yay.
condescending.
You're fine. That's a 14.
Yeah, so you don't really remember exactly where you have seen it before, but you feel like you've seen it before.
Okay. And then they go, hey, Hoth.
Hoth replies, he's like, huh? What?
Is there a way that I can telepathically show you an image and ask you about it?
Yeah, just look at the thing, focus real hard, I guess.
They are looking at it. They are fucking looking at that.
Snapchat. Hey, Dad.
They're like, what the fuck? Do you know anything about this?
Yeah. Hoth's sort of like, and then he's like, I've definitely seen something like that before, not in person. The manuscripts in the library. I'm trying to remember what the text surrounding was. And you sort of like get the feeling that he is going off towards the library to check.
Spurt goes, Dad's checking on it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just like, that was an out of context gasp. Just like they called Hoth Dad.
Heart.
Why have they done that?
Yeah.
Even if it's not like to his face.
It's fucking something.
Yeah, Kalina, she just she nods and says, "All right."
Yeah.
Kalina, she also does pick up like carefully pick up one of the apples.
Spark's like, I want to eat it.
Don't.
Nope.
You guys are no fun. Zero fun. Zero. Nada.
So, after a little bit, Hoth gets back to you, and he says, okay, I found the manuscript that has them, and he sort of, like, transmits the image of him holding the book, and you see the manuscript, and it's a painting of what looks like an orchard. And it's like a wide, sprawling orchard in like a huge field. And
That's cool.
yeah. And you can see
shit.
pretty
Is
clearly.
Is this from the fucking art piece that you posted like a couple months back?
I think it might.
With Verbena holding the apples and her little skirt.
And the friend in the tree.
Wink, wink.
Sorry, I just made that connection.
We're scrolling into art chat now.
I couldn't find it. I think I posted it elsewhere. I posted
You posted it somewhere. I know
I
you
posted
have it somewhere.
I posted it somewhere, definitely. It might be in Rainbow Raptors, I think, though.
Oh boy.
But
okay.
remember how I said
take
that
a channel,
every
we'll split it up.
player has seen it.
Yeah.
Every player.
I mean, just because.
Oh, every
You
player,
fucker. I'm gonna
not
grab you.
character.
Fuck you!
I
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Yes.
I word things very specifically.
Yeah. Love
Eros
you,
when
but
I
fuck
get you, Eros. Eros when I get you.
I
will
will.
fuck you so hard that your ribs crack.
Damn, bitch!
Damn.
Calm down, shoddy. I am gonna post it so that y'all
Found
can
it.
like, yeah. Are you gonna reply
You want me
to?
to do it?
I can post it in, campaign art, so y'all can just see it like now and be like, yeah.
Please.
Found it.
Everybody's
I found it first.
scrambling.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
God.
Correct.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, Hoth shows you Spark the manuscript that has the orchard. And he says it looks like the text is saying that these were the royal orchards on Mom's home planet.
Spark does share with the class.
Spark shares with the class.
Yeah, Kalina, she nods and says, "But how did they get here?"
Maybe Rubina summoned them?
This is
I-
hella sus.
Kalina, she does like she doing a think. You can see the gears turning in her brain. And she does like kind of look up, like not at anything in particular. Like if the sky were there, she'd be looking up at the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people are
Yeah.
doing a thing. Can Spark roll sleight of hand to just pocket one?
Yeah.
God.
That's a dirty 20.
All right, so
Oh, hot damn.
Spark, you very easily pocket the apple. With all your baggy clothes, it's fairly easy.
They just put it in their fucking hat, bro.
On God. On God.
Like a magician.
The snake eats it. The snake hat eats the apple.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Very biblical.
But
Fuck, killing. My body just decided, nope, that was too bad of a joke. Fuck you.
Oh god.
Yeah. So, yeah. Spark, steal apple. Picks up another apple to act like they didn't put the other one in their hat.
Damn it. Nobody has high enough passive perception.
Well,
they are really fucking sneaky.
I
don't
do
know
have a
why.
high passive perception. What was it?
I'm not a 20.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bro, Spark grew up
Kalina-
on the streets for a bit, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalina?
Yeah, Kalina, she just says, "Well, whatever these are, we shouldn't touch them." She puts hers back. We should not. We should just leave them here. God's forbid, we shouldn't eat them.
You're really not fun, Kalina. And Spark puts theirs down.
And Kalina just says, "Look, I just don't want anyone getting hurt. We've already got big enough targets on our head as it is. And who knows what these things do."
What is
look,
everybody's passive perception, by the way?
17.
I have a 17 as well.
16.
Give me a fucking
And-
second. 15.
Damn.
Colbart, what's yours?
10.
10. Okay, so can't have both of you, Tegak and Kalina, seeing the thing. Only one of you can see the thing. So, odds or evens? Pick one, each of you.
Even.
I call odd then.
Alright. So, Kalina, after everybody puts their apple back, you notice that there seems to be like the slightest hint of a corner of parchment sticking out under the basket.
Kalina, she squints her eyebrows and says, "Wait a second." And she kneels down and kind of lifts the basket a bit before pulling out the parchment.
The parchment is just folded in half. So you can open it.
Kalina does so.
You open it up, and it's the same, like, language script as what is in the manuscript books.
Okay.
So you don't understand it at all.
Okay.
Do you want me to TP it to Hoth?
Does Spark say that?
Yeah.
Kalina just says, if that means having him see it, then yes.
Okay, and then we go, Hoth,
Yeah.
I can't read. Can you read something for me?
Okay.
You gotta ask your parent for the homework.
Father, please. Yeah. So you send
Father, help!
a screeny to Hoth, and he's like, "Oh,
Yep.
oh, okay." And then you see him sort of like mumbling to himself, and he's like, it looks like it says, welcome back, a gift from a friend."
Oh, that's so sweet. Spark does share with the class and then says, "Thanks, Dad."
You're welcome. Bloom. Hang up. Yeah, so that's it's just very brief. Welcome back, a gift from a friend.
Maybe it was somebody from the ship. The Verbena ship, the one that's orbiting.
Perhaps? Well, your father has been working pretty closely with the crew members. Could you ask him to see if they know if anything like these apples have been on board?
Okie dokie. Hey, Dad, Kalina has a question.
She's like, Dad!
Yep. What is
Again,
it, kiddo?
asking your dad for help on your homework.
What is it,
Yeah,
kiddo?
literally. She was wondering if anybody on Verbena's ship knows about it.
Like, if these
Like,
apples
knows about
have
the fruit.
been on the ship.
Like, yeah, have they been on the ship at any point? Stuff like that.
Yeah. He sort of like sends a message to the bridge basically and asks about it. And then like a little while later he gets back and he's like, it looks like they haven't had them on board since like after they first departed. They had like a store of them, but that store has been depleted. They say that they can like replicate foods, but specifically they can't replicate these as it goes against like a law that was passed about like, you know, specific exports and, you know, materializing specific foods, exotic goods and such. Yeah.
They share with the class.
Share with the class. Share with the class.
Yeah. Kalina
Book
just says,
report.
then... Oh dear. Well, there's already the ship orbiting the planet.
Yes.
Oh god, what if someone from there...
Someone else.
Oh god.
I don't like this.
Maybe it's a friend from that ship.
Kalina just sighs and just says, I doubt that anyone on that ship could be friendly.
Well, that's really prejudiced of you, Kalina.
And they got a point.
Kalina just sighs and says, given the fact that Verbena herself had said that ship was belonging to someone that didn't exactly like her all too much, I don't have high hopes for that.
Well, maybe somebody stole the ship that is friends with her?
Kalina, you
We
can see.
don't have any concrete evidence of anything apart from the ship belonging to someone unfriendly. That's the only thing that we have, and that we just don't know.
Innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah, I guess it's just I don't know with the whole everything that has happened. It's hard to not keep our guard up. More keeping our guard up than anything.
Exactly.
I mean, if they turn out to be friendly, then that's good. We just don't want to take chances. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Um,
Kalina, she. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Clement speaks up and he says, well, considering that there doesn't seem to be any magic tied in with these fruits, and there's a supposedly friendly letter, I think our best option is to just leave it here and let Fabina make the decision.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
it is
Kalina,
for Verbrina.
yes. And Kalina, she looks back at the basket. Did she like count in her head how many apples were there before?
There was about like 7 or 8 that you could see.
Okay. And Kalina, she is she able to notice that like the count is slightly off from when she last saw it?
Let me just. No, you do not notice if there
Get
is any
fucked.
discrepancy.
Ah, fuck you.
Please don't.
Metaphorically speaking. Dipshit.
Don't get grumpy. Let Spark have a little sneaky moment.
It was very silly.
But yeah, Kalina she says, well, as long as we leave them all here and have no one else move them out, then we should be okay.
One of the soldiers like finds a piece of cloth and just sort of like gently drapes it over the basket to cover the fruits.
Yeah. And Kalina thanks them.
So I'm guessing that kind of concludes the investigation of the temple. for
Yeah,
now.
pretty much, because that was like literally the only different thing that we could find.
Mhm. So yeah, there wasn't anything dangerous really. Hagok would count the fruit as dangerous, perhaps.
I also count the fruit as dangerous.
A couple
Well,
people.
Tagok would just count them as weird, and we probably shouldn't mess with them. But me, no.
Jade is very not happy about the fruit.
Yeah, Tagok doesn't really give a fuck, but
Yeah. Some people are counting the fruit as dangerous, others don't give a fuck. So
Yep.
after that, everybody heads back to the Starlight Realm. And, no complications, everything's fine.
Spark's gonna deposit the apple in their room.
Yeah.
And change back into their normal clown shoes.
My lounging clown shoes, not my battle shoes.
Where's Sprinkles?
Sprinkles is kind of hanging with like the rest of the circus people. They're trying to, help people reduce anxiety, boost morale, cheer everybody up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. They're gonna help Sprinkles and just hang out with Sprinkles for a bit.
Yeah. At some point, Hoth sort of like comes around and, you know, enjoys the clownery.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, the rest of the day kind of just goes rather smoothly. Colbart, as said, by end of day, the tank is completed,
Yay.
and somebody is sent to find you and inform you that, yep, it's been completed.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Cool. Where's Anastasius?
Where is Anastasius?
He is like at a bench out like how do I describe it? Is it like not right outside the manor, but very close to the manor?
Hanging around.
Yeah, they're starting to work on that special armor that he mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to find him.
Yeah. You find him pretty easily. He's not a difficult man to find, by any account.
He told.
Large.
He is tall. He is paler than the palest piece of paper, amongst other things.
I literally cannot use any highlight color on him because he's so white.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
You break the filter.
Even pure white is like too low
Like, he doesn't even
contrast.
Yeah, like there's no like tones to his complexion. It's not even pale, it's sallow.
Yeah, like that's why you can see his heart,
Yeah.
even though he is like heart cavity is closed.
He's transparent as fuck.
Yeah.
So I go over to Anastasius and you know, I get his attention and say, hey, Anastasius, hey.
Anastasius looks up and gives the Colbert to a like an acknowledgement to nod before like finishing up what looks to be either like a head or a helmet.
I gotta show you something.
Anastasius just says, "Okay, just one moment," and like you can hear like the strain as he finishes up the last couple of screws.
Mhm.
Before like putting it beneath his arm and his shoulder, and it just says, "All right, what you need to show me."
Come, follow me. And I grab his hand and kind of like drag him
Yeah.
to the bathroom.
Anastasius.
That is a weird sentence.
Exactly.
That's why you were giggling.
You're so fucking immature. I can't say shit though.
Yeah.
Anastasius just goes and follows Colbert to like leaning too low for his comfort.
Yeah. So Colbert leads you to the bathroom where you usually sort of spread out in the tub. And now the tub has been shifted over and there is a giant glass tank with a faucet and drain.
Okay, Anastasius looks like he places the like head helmet thing down, and he like he like squats down. Man is spreading his kneecaps. Like
That's
hands.
a sentence I thought I would never hear.
Why?
Just say squat, dude.
He's Slav squatting. He's doing a patches right
Love
now.
Squatting. He's doing, yeah, he does a patches.
Patches, Elden Ring. Patches, Elden Ring.
That is Elden Ring.
But like he puts his hands up kind of like this and says, "Okay, I don't hate it," as he gestures to Halbert. But then he continues to say, "But why here?" For of all places, I don't hate it. Just why here?
So the pipes can connect. That would be the easiest way, best way to put it here.
Yeah, they didn't have to reroute any plumbing.
Yeah.
Anastasius nods, thinking understood.
Yes. Plumbing. Yeah. Anastasius, it is.
Hobart is visibly excited
Yeah.
to show.
It's big enough for you to spread out in, Anastasius. Like, you don't have to crunch yourself up in it. You can, like, just sort of sprawl out and be fully submerged in water.
Wait, wasn't this for? I'm sorry.
No. This is for you.
Wasn't
It's for you.
wasn't this a tank for? I am so lost.
That was a lie. It's for you, buddy.
No,
Freya lied to your ass.
Freya lied.
Only a little bit, though. Because they also did do the cupcake tank build. At the same time. But it was just a cover.
Well, Anastasius, like putting two and two like together, just says, "Hey, thanks, Anne, for doing this."
I thought since we had the money to spare now that we can do this.
Okay. And then Anastasius, he just says, "Hey, I know that," and he again just gestures, but he says, "Listen, I know this is like meant to be a gift, but how much do I owe you for this?"
Oh, sir. I mean, you don't have to pay me back, pay everything back, but if you do want to pay some of it, the total cost was like 75 gold.
Okay.
And you don't have to pay everything back if you. And I'm not expecting all of it either. But if you do want to, you can pay some of it. It's fine.
So Anastasius gives Albert her to the 75 gold pieces. No,
Take one down, pass it around.
just as again, like a thank you. And he says, "I want to note, this isn't meant to like cover the cost of my tank plus a bit extra. Not necessarily for cupcakes."
Cupcakes has already been paid off.
Yeah, didn't Spark pay that?
Yeah, Freya also paid some.
Yeah,
But
because they yeah. They felt so bad that they couldn't cover all the cost.
So I got 75 gold back.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I have to do math again.
Incredible.
But yeah, Colbert will give Anastasius a hug.
Aw, how
Honest,
cute.
Darcy is first like goes to like pat Colbert's head, and then just like he could go on under like Colbert's armpits to give him a like a hug.
Puppy hugs.
Yeah.
Squidman hug. Squidman hug.
Goodman hug. Goodman hug.
Delightful. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So by now it is rather late in the evening. And you know, everybody's probably, you know, sat together, had dinner, all that good fun shit, and is winding down for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, what's Spark gonna do with that apple?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with the
I'm
apple?
worried.
Bro's just fucking looking at it.
Yeah.
Like, should I heed Kalina's warning?
Yeah.
Yes, you should, but do what the lore and characterization tells you.
Yeah. Would Spark eat the apple?
See, what I think they would do is actually wait. See if the figure comes back tonight. Ask him about it. And then see what he does.
Okay. Yeah, so you can
If he
turn
says
in
it's fine,
to
then
bed
he'll eat it.
early.
Yeah. So, like, I know I took a nap, but I'm EP.
Yeah. So you lay down to go to sleep, and
They gotta put on their sleeping clown shoes now.
yeah, sleep clown slippers, in fact.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
So now that you've like done it a few times, it becomes easier and easier each subsequent time to commune with your mystery friend. So you are able to, and pretty quickly he manifests in your dreamscape.
Hello.
He sort of like tilts his head a little bit and he says, "Hello, Spark. I sense that you have a question for me."
How did he know your name? How did he know your name?
They can contact
never
me in
told
my
him his
dream.
name.
That's pretty normal for him to know my fucking name.
Mm-mm.
Jade
never
is like
said-
big spooked.
You never
actually
told
very
him what your
They're not
name
surprised.
was.
They're like, yeah, whatever. Like that makes sense. But you were able to. I'm able to dream connect to you. It makes sense that you know my name. But they kind of go. So, were you the person that was hanging out in the tree?
He pauses a moment and says, "Yes, that was me."
How'd you break the barrier? That was weird. You just slapped it really hard.
I was able
you
to
know, look like a-
create a temporary and then he sort of thinks about it. He says, "Here, let me demonstrate in better terms how." And he sort of manifests like a frame, and then it's like a little square frame, and he blows through it, and then bubbles come out. And then he holds up like a little, like, it looks like a piece of string that has been tied in a circle, like a loop. And then he puts it into the like the frame with the bubbles, and then he, with his fingernail, which like is kind of sharp, he like pokes the middle like inside the string, and it like snaps out to a full circle.
Oh, so like
Sir-
surface tension is what Spook said.
He nods.
They use their one brain cell.
Yeah.
He nods and says,
That's
"Yes,
cool."
exactly." He seems very pleased that you immediately understood. I was able to create a temporary hole in it, which I removed. Only for a moment to allow the sentry to pass through.
Aw, thank you.
He sort of like bows his head a little bit, like, yeah.
And then they also ask if he was the one that left the apple grapefruit things behind. That's what Spark's calling them now. Apple grapefruit.
Yes, of course. I left them as a gift to Verbena.
See? I knew it was perfectly fine.
I'm assuming that your companions were a little wary of them.
Yeah, they thought they were dangerous. I ended up taking one home. Should I go put it back?
You don't have to. There's an entire orchard on our home planet full of them.
They nod. They ask if it's safe to eat because they kind of want to try it. Curiosity and all that.
He nods and says, "Yes, they're perfectly safe to eat."
They once again do the let's go pose. But they thank him and they're like, I don't think I know your name. What's your name?
Ah, well. And he sort of like, for a moment, he's like, and then he says, "My name is not very easy to pronounce in your common tongue, but, my full name is Huan Lang, but you may call me Juan."
Okay.
Come Juan.
Juan.
Jose.
It is not spelled like that, motherfucker.
I know. I know it's not.
They say that's a very nice name.
Thank you.
And then they kind of give them like a hug almost and say, okay, I should probably actually get sleep.
Like, when you hug him, he stiffens for a second, but then, like, goes to sort of hug you back.
Aww.
You get the feeling that he doesn't often receive, like, physical affection and touch, just by, like, that reaction.
Alright, so hugs every time he visits? Is that what you're telling me?
If Spark would do that, then yes.
They totally fucking would.
Yeah, they would.
Hug.
Like, they're like, hello, Juan, it is time for your daily hug.
It is time for your nightly hug.
Yay. Hug him.
Have you been hugged within the last 24 hours?
What
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
But
But as you're leaving, you sort of, like, he's like, "Sweet dreams, Spock."
thank you. Good night.
And everybody sleep. Everyone's
Yeah, long rest.
everyone's sleep.
Everyone's
sleep.
rest.
So, you know, everybody wakes up in the morning. Spark, you now have confirmation that you are okay to eat the apple.
I am fucking eating that apple.
Are you gonna cut it up first, or are you just gonna bite into it?
I'm biting into it, bitch.
Yeah, you hold it with both of your hands because it's big, and you just take a big fucking bite of it. It is extremely, like, crisp, juicy, and, like, sweet with the slightest amount of tart. Imagine
That man is a good fucking apple.
imagine the
It was
best
just like,
apple you have ever tasted in your life.
Hell yeah.
It's a good fucking apple.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking apple there. Happy.
Like, imagine you spent $20 on a single apple and you take a bite of that apple. What do you expect a $20 apple to taste like? That is what this is.
Fuck yeah! They're eating that apple, bro.
Yeah. It's a big apple, so you feel pretty full after eating it.
Fair enough.
That's your breakfast.
That's a brekkie, bro.
You thoroughly enjoy apple.
Apple!
Apple.
Alright, now they're gonna go with the rest of the group. They're still in their sleepwear and you hear squeaky noises.
Honk, 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 honk.
I imagine that Sprinkles gave them those sleep shoes because he's like, you need to stop fucking wandering off in the middle of the night.
That or they would scare the shit out of him. He'd be up late night doing something, and then they just appear behind him. It's like, hey, Sprinkles. And he'd be like, oh, good God.
That happened more than once. It's like, hey, Sprinkles, I had a bad dream. Oh!
Oh, goodness, you scared me. That's also why they were bells.
Oh my god.
It's because Sprinkles does not have the best hearing. So they spook him often.
They were taught at a young age to walk quietly, so they just do it naturally.
Yeah.
Oh.
I walk into the bathroom and I say, hey, and my mom fucking jumps. Like, she's just been jump scared by Freddy Fazbear.
Oh my god.
I'm constantly scaring people when I walk next to them and they never notice.
Yeah.
It's great.
I am unfortunately a loud walker because I'm disabled.
Yeah. I do the autism walk on my tippy toes. So
Oh yeah, it's super fun.
I just
So much fun.
walk around the house being quiet as fuck. Yeah. So anything y'all want to say? Quick quips before we finish off for the night.
I can't really think of anything. Anybody
I
else?
think I'm good. I'm very tired.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's okay.
Just add to breakfast. You like people can see Anastasia just like in the corner, continuing to tinker away at this special armor that he started to create, and like specifically one of the arms that like lengthwise at least is like with no bends is like about to go to the size of his entire arm and hand, no bend.
Aye. So Anastasia's be tinkering. Spark ate the not so forbidden fruit. And we will see you all next week for another episode.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same shit, different day.
Yep.
Let's go, baby. Good night, everybody.
Woo!